Welcome back, Quick Hands Rugby League podcast, all things footy. This is the pod that tells it like it is, episode 77, boys. I'm back.
Welcome.
I missed
Welcome,
last week. I thought I'd welcome myself before I brought you guys into it. George, Artie.
Welcome back, mate. Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
Nicola.
It's good to be back.
How'd the interview go?
So it's just something I want to clear up. Just something I want to clear up on the back of last week's pod. I heard the boys talk about the possibility of me interviewing for the coaching role at the Parramatta Eels.
Oh, we didn't say that. It could have been. It could have been a barman.
We had Sachin, we had Manolis, we had all our spies out.
It's
There's no
not, what,
story.
it's not what you guys think. Yes, I will confirm I did meet with the Parramatta Eels chairman and
See?
CEO.
I knew it.
Right.
I knew
But
it.
the interview
He's
was
on the
cut
ball.
short, George. It was cut short when I confirmed that I had no experience in rugby union. They just didn't want to pursue it. So
Oh, mate, you should have lied.
it didn't last
Should
very
have
long,
said
mate.
something.
No.
Lie there.
It
You
didn't
know what
last.
I mean?
Didn't last very long there, mate. So
You should have told him you had heaps of experience in AFL. Not a-
AFL.
well,
AFL would have done it for
Michael
you.
Chica was waiting in the waiting room outside. So
Was Jason Dimitri there as
I
well
think-
and Rolf?
apparently he was coming in later. So.
Jason was coming
Yeah.
later.
But no, all good fun and games. Just on that, apparently it's out of Josh Hannay and Jason Rolls now.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're saying.
Good luck
So
to both.
How'd you guys?
We don't know, mate. That's reports. You know the reports. They're very...
No, that's from NRL 360. So take it with a grain of
Yes.
salt. Oh, by the way,
That means it's not happening.
I'm
That
going
means
out-
it's cheaper for sure.
I'm going out for dinner in a few weeks' time, and guess where I'm going on
Where?
Saturday night? Totties in
Oh,
Balmain.
good. You can interview that tree.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. I want to do an exclusive with the tree across the road that Paul Kent went into. So
So cool.
we'll keep that in mind.
Oh, for
So,
sure.
We'll do an
That's in
expose.
Balmain, that's in Balmain, yeah?
Yeah.
Or Leichhardt.
I haven't actually been there. I think it's Roselle. I
Roselle.
think Balmain, Roselle, or something like
Can you take a video of the interview so we can post it on
that. Yeah,
maybe?
no,
please,
I'm
yeah.
going to interview the tree.
That'd be good.
I should take
Yeah.
the Wonder Boy.
Yeah, yeah. But have you boys been?
Good. The streak continues. Thank
Streak,
God
yeah.
for the bye.
Thank God for that.
Canterbury had the bye because
Thank
Parramatta and
God.
St George. They let us
garbage.
down.
Hey, that doesn't matter how
They
you
let
get.
us down. But
Doesn't matter how you get that streak, as long as we keep
yeah,
on
as
getting
long as
it.
we get the buys.
Gee,
Yeah,
Thank God for that
buys.
streak.
Wow.
Thank God for that.
Well,
bye.
boys, we got a lot to put in there tonight. So there's quite a bit to talk about. Obviously, there's Origin. Maybe we'll get to that in a moment, George. You want to touch on a couple of other things first, or you want to go Origin first?
No, go Orange it, and
Go
then
Origin
we'll go to the
first. All right.
segment.
Let's go Origin. Talk to me.
State of Oranges.
Yeah.
Let's have a look what's happening.
Do you want to hear the ins and outs?
Yes,
One of
please.
the team, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So for the Blues, the ins are Cam Murray, Connor Watson, Dylan Edwards, Latrell Mitchell, Luke Keary, Mitchell Moses, Mitchell Barnett. And the outs are Hudson Young, James Tedesco, Suali'i, Matt Burton, and Nico Hines. And for the Maroons, the ins are Dane Gagai has been recalled.
Good.
After, what is it, 2 years he's been out, or 1 year?
Probably, but deserved to.
Helium Luki, Kurt Capewell, I don't even know if I said that name right, Trent Loiro, and the outs are Jermaine Hopgood and Selwyn Cobbo.
Okay.
So we'll go through the Blues first.
Yeah,
Wait a second. Does that mean Stefano didn't get chosen? So that means that's it now.
that's it.
It doesn't matter
Free
because
market.
it doesn't matter. What a lot of people don't realise is the Origin was just one part of the clause.
Yeah.
Oh, was that
The other one was making the 8. So if they don't make the 8, he's a free agent anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to happen. So
No.
He's going.
that's more or less confirmed it then.
He's George has got more chance of becoming an astronaut. So with New South Wales, Dylan Edwards recorded to the fullback. Great to see. Such a heartbreaking thing, a few weeks ago. So
Yeah,
it's good to see him come back.
Yeah.
Look, Dylan was originally picked. I don't think Teddy, well, according to Madge, probably Teddy didn't do enough to warrant selection again. On the weekend, I think Dylan ran over 200 metres and was another trademark Jack in the box
just another day in the
performance.
office.
So
Isn't it?
and stylistically, and I'll be using this word a lot for this team. Stylistically, it works better for this team because he's not going to bob up and stifle the attack. Teddy's tending to go back to his last year ways, and it's okay for the Roosters. It sort of works for the Roosters, but it doesn't work here with New South Wales. So, look, as we said last week, with Artie TIK, but he was the incumbent. So
Teddy ran over 200 metres too last week.
did he?
Yeah, against Para.
Against Para. He actually
He actually had a good game, Teddy.
he actually did have a
Yeah,
good
he
game.
had a
I'm not
good
going to say
game.
didn't have a good game.
Yeah,
Playing against witches' hats.
But when you look at the when you looked at the Origin game and have a good look at it, because I've looked at it a few times, he stifled the attack. Mind you, it wasn't a true indication. Last
true.
week. So,
Yeah.
so it's really hard to judge anything from Origin 1. But anyway, let's move on.
No, it's good. It's good that he's in there. He deserves it.
Stephen Crichton, obviously still there. Latrell Mitchell comes in at centre.
Wow.
Brian, like I said, you get a piece of paper. When you're making your Origin team, and the first name you go is Brian Toho.
Yeah, for sure.
I think
Stephen
Crichton
Crichton.
showed us last game and the game against Parramatta that who he is and why he is, and we got Latrell. Now,
I like that he's in there.
you like that he's in it?
I don't. I would
I'm the only one who's going to support. Oh, look.
No. Come. Tell
I like
me
it.
why. There's no doubt that Latrell on his
Yeah.
day is the most damaging ball runner in the game.
I think-
worldwide.
I think that's missing the point, though. So for me, I'll give you my take on it, right?
Yeah.
With the ball in hand, he's deadly,
Absolutely.
right? And what's everyone saying? Oh, Queensland will fear him. Oh, if you pick him, Queensland will fear. Queensland aren't going to fear him. They're going to target him.
I think so.
You know why? Because no one's thinking about defence, right? He hasn't defended in the centres for 3 years? When was the last time he defended in the centres? Everyone always thinks about ball in hand, right? But what about when you're under the pump? The timing, the decision making, all that stuff. Defending in the centres, it's been a long time. I have a feeling he's going to get caught out. I hope not, because I want to win. That's just my take on it. I think they're going to target him. I think they're happy he got chosen.
Well, they'll target him, no doubt.
It's a very smart move. I like what Maguire's done because he's put Latrell there for a reason, whether it's his playing ability or whatever. But I know that Queensland are going to focus on this guy now, and the other guys are going to get, I reckon, a bit more free reign. I like it, and I think Latrell on his day can be the most damaging player, and he showed on the weekend. Last game was pretty good.
True.
His head's on now at the moment. He looks like he's on. So
I hope so, because he's been in terrible form this year.
well, yeah,
With the exception of the past month, right? So I hope so.
we'll see. So if he has an outstanding game, what would you guys? Would you change your tune? Would you sort of jump on a Latrell?
Arthur, if he's got his head screwed on, he's the first player I'd pick.
Yeah.
I don't dislike him,
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
not about that. It's what I've seen this year is shocking. It's
Yeah.
terrible. You know, I know what he's, and I say that because I know what he's capable of.
Yeah.
When have I ever said he was a bad player, Nick? Artie?
No, I'm not saying that, but
haven't
with
I-
his attitude and
I
stuff.
still
I-
don't think he's a fullback either.
Haven't I always said that he's the most damaging ball runner
Yeah,
in the world?
yeah.
Okay. You know what? Nicole's right in terms of defence. What was the Origin score from game one, Artie?
38 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was
38-10.
38-10, whatever. So I don't think the 10's the problem. I think the 38's the problem.
You're
32.
concerned about his defence.
I think they'll target him and we'll see how he goes. With ball in hand and with the halves inside, especially one of them, which we'll talk about later, he's got a great opportunity to do it. But I'll tell you what I don't like about the Latrell pick. Whenever Latrell wants, however Latrell wants. If I want to be picked, no, I don't want to be picked. I'm not going to play now. Well, wait a minute. So he's bigger than the game. That's what he's telling us. That's what he thinks.
Yeah.
Now, Nicola's got some comments in a presser, and you tell me if I'm not right. He thinks, and you know what? Some players think they're gods.
Yeah.
Look,
And I've got no problem about that. Some players need to be godly like, to think they're gods.
This came directly from Fox Sports from an interview that he did. You can watch it on YouTube, I think. I didn't take the whole thing. I just took out some of the juicy parts. But anyway, this is what he said. I honestly think back and think if I just had shut my mouth like everyone is saying to do now, mind you, I was saying that 6 months ago, I'd be the best player in the world.
Just shut your mouth then.
Big call. That's all I started talking. That's all I started talking about, and that's when the picture was painted of being a bad guy. Talking about what I believed in, a lot of people disagreed. That made them turn against me. Why does he always have to make himself the victim?
It's all
Always,
about
right?
Latrell. Latrell is all about Latrell.
Let me play. Allow me to be who I am. Don't make up these yarns to portray me to your audience as a bad man. I just feel like people hate me, but they don't know me. Let me play. Sorry, that's what I said. Because a lot of people paint me as the villain all the time. I don't need to go and look at the comments for people to tell me I've played a shit game. If I've played a shit game, I know I've played a shit game. But at the same time, if I have a good game, I'm going in there to read them. It's not a good space to be in. I haven't forgotten how to play footy. I know how to entertain. But everything else is weighing me down. I wish the media would just let me play and let me be. You'd get more good stories than bad, but that doesn't sell papers. That's how I am now because of how I've been shit on. If media just actually shut up and let me play, honestly, if you just shut up and let me play, I honestly think I'd amaze you how I play the game. My question is, why do you need anyone to shut up to go out there and play the game? Just go and do it.
You know
Shut
what?
them up.
Latrell, he lives in his own little world, and that's Dimitri's problem. Everybody around him is man. Yes, Latrell. Yes, Latrell. Yes, Latrell. He likes Supercoach because Supercoach doesn't say yes. Latrell, he tells Latrell what he doesn't want to hear, and that's why he respects Supercoach. And of course, you're going to respect Supercoach. Latrell lives in this fantasy world, which he thinks the whole world's against him. Guess what, Latrell? You're supposed to be a professional rugby league player. You know what? The money you're going to get all your life, I won't get. I mean, in 5 years, I won't get all my life. You know, and if you have a bad game, yes, everybody should say that you've had a bad game. Yes, we all should say.
He always makes himself the victim.
It's all about Latrell. Latrell is all about Latrell. So we're supposed to be sitting around. Yes, Latrell. Yes, Latrell. Yes, no. Don't. I'll go get your coffee. No, it doesn't work that way.
This is the guy saying if the media would just shut up, right? He injected himself into the Ezra Mam situation.
Of course he did.
He went on the sideline on live television and dropped the F-bomb 5 or 6 times.
And he knew what he was doing.
But if the media would just shut up and leave me alone, I'd be the best player in the world. So you know what? Don't talk about him for a week and he'll be the next immortal. That's what he's saying.
But he won't like that because he likes apparently the big stage.
He loves the attention.
So all the journalists said that, he's going to go really well because he's going to be on a really big stage in Melbourne. There's going to be 100,000 people and he's going to rise because he's a big stage, Leichhardt Oval. He's a professional rugby league player.
Let me ask you guys a question. Artie, let me ask you a question because I've missed quite a bit in the last few weeks, right? We all know, and what's it been realistically? It's been about 3 weeks. Apparently, he's been killing it.
3 weeks have been playing well.
He's been playing well.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has been playing well.
Yeah. For 3 weeks, he has.
Try assists,
Try
tries.
assists, long breaks. Yeah, he's done
What
everything.
about in defence?
I haven't paid that much attention to that actually.
No one ever
He's
does.
a fullback. He's a fullback.
It's a different.
It's a different
What's
thing.
your point?
Well, he's not first line, so we've never seen him miss tackle. So if he's
So do you
there's a break,
want me to show you examples from the last few
there's
weeks of him jogging across the field
Wow.
while other teams are scoring
is he
tries?
still doing that?
Yeah.
Still doing that. Well, he can't do that on Wednesday.
Well, we're going to see next Wednesday. That's my point.
He's got no.
There's no room for laziness. There's no room for
Absolutely.
lethargic jogging. That crap. He's going to get found out. If he does that, he's going to get. If he turns up, he's a brick wall. If he turns up,
He'll turn up.
like he used to when he used to play centre at the Roosters.
Yep.
Right, but that's a long time ago now.
You know what? The other thing is that I question Madge's character. I said that the media wanted him and were pushing for him. Admittedly, he's been playing well the last 3 weeks, but there's more to playing well.
Also, like you got to look at.
I'm talking about character.
Who have they beaten in the last 3 weeks as well?
They did play. They did beat
played
Broncos.
Para?
They beat the
A
Broncos.
depleted Broncos with no one in them. Yeah.
Beat the Broncos. So
Still the Broncos.
yeah. Look, all you
Carrigan,
but
Ricky. They had a few good players.
All you can do is play who's in front of you. So I'm not going to.
Wednesday will be a good test. Who's marking him? Who's the opposing?
I think Hammer.
That'll be fun.
Hammer. The other thing on that, I mean, what does Bradman Best have to do to get a call up?
Well, what does Burton? That's the only thing that I don't like about this because Matt Burton was the 20th man, whatever he was in the 18th man as backup centre.
Yeah.
Centre gets knocked out. You think obvious choice, Burton. He's playing well.
And you know what? And
It's not playing shit.
And Burton. It's funny, you know. Burton. I could be wrong. Pretty much has the same track record as Latrell.
What do you mean?
He hasn't played in the centres for what, 2 or 3 years
Well,
now.
since Penrith days, yeah, I guess.
He
2
won
years
2
now.
premierships in the centres, just like Latrell did.
We did win 2
It's
premierships.
pretty similar.
Yes.
Why would you not have him there?
Look,
And with his kicking game,
and the kick, that is
which
the
we
thing.
missed.
That is the thing, and I know we got Mitch now, but
But imagine having Burton there as well.
I've seen bad sets from the Bulldogs turn into good sets because
Yeah.
of his kick.
Yeah.
He gets us out.
I've been one of his biggest critics too all of last year, but this year he's turned it around.
No, he's doing well. But look, they've picked him, and despite what we say, I personally want to see the Latrell of Roosters absolutely ripping and tearing and spider webs on him, and no one can tackle him. I just don't like the way he does things, and I question his character.
Yeah.
And I question, or I hate that we all know this. Latrell's about Latrell.
Of course he is.
Latrell loves Latrell.
He got picked the minute he posted a photo of himself on Instagram sitting on the couch watching game 1 after game 1.
Well, he just switched on.
You know what I
Could
mean?
have switched on 6 or 8 weeks ago, but anyway.
Anyway, let's move.
If you don't like Latrell, I recommend you stay away from any Cristiano Ronaldo quotes because he's worse. He's 10 times
really?
worse. Yeah,
Gee.
he thinks he's God. He's got a very big God complex.
Yeah, but he
And,
delivers, I think.
oh,
I was
you
going to
reckon?
say,
Really?
what does he do
Really?
week
How
in
many
and
World
week
Cups
out?
he won? What's he done in a World Cup?
You can't
Absolute crap.
No, you can't say
What?
that because he plays for Portugal.
Yeah,
Portugal's never won a World Cup.
Exactly.
You can't, it's not based off one. A World Cup's not based. What did
It
Messi?
was for Messi.
What did what? 4
It was for
penalties.
Messi.
4 penalties.
What do you mean?
He scored 4 penalties in that World Cup.
Again, what about the assist?
What
He
about
ran through
him?
the whole Croatian team and then put on a platter.
Yeah.
Ronaldo hasn't done nothing.
No,
I don't
that-
even think he scored. I
No,
don't even
that's-
think he touches the ball
No, that's-
in that World Cup.
that's
He was
rid-
terrible.
That's ridiculous.
He was terrible. They couldn't even beat Saudi Arabia or whatever it was.
But that's not on one person.
But still, no. But the way he handles himself outside of soccer. Have you heard some of the quotes that he says?
I've actually watched
They're
a lot
like
of,
Latrell.
I've watched a lot of his interviews and he's just confident about himself. That's all.
Like Latrell. It's not much different.
Yeah, but he delivers, unlike Latrell. How many Champions
We'll
Leagues
see.
has he won?
Come on.
can't-
What? Why is that different?
Did you watch the last one he won?
What's the point?
He didn't even touch the ball. He was terrible
he had
against
nothing-
Liverpool.
all right, so-
He was awful. Gareth Bale had to come in and sail him out. And Sergio Ramos and all those guys did everything.
So what? Like 3, 4,
That's just
5,
like-
5 world player.
It's just like Alex
World Player
Johnson
of
now
the
taking
Year
the
awards.
credit for everything and he's just
So
puts the ball on the ground.
World Player of the Year means nothing then.
No, not as much as Messi, 9
You
times.
just sound like an angry fan.
No, I'm not.
Really?
I'm just saying that Latrell and Cristiano have got similar traits.
I love it. This is good. I'm going to watch soccer. I'm going to watch
They
this
do.
because I can
They
jump
have.
in.
They've got similar traits.
It's like
Godlike.
it's like people saying, "Oh, Messi's won a World Cup, so now you can compare him to Maradona." Yeah, right. Maradona won the World Cup on his own back
So
in
did,
'86.
so did Messi.
Give me a break.
A lot of
man.
Messi haters don't watch Messi. They don't watch
I've
him.
watched him more than anyone.
He
Artie.
delivered everything. How many assists? How many assists did he do?
He scored 4 penalties.
He said, what about the
4
assists?
penalties.
What about the assists?
He had a couple. Yeah, what?
A couple.
How many did he have? Tell me.
He dribbled through the whole Croatia team.
Oh, well, fuck. Who's
Mbappe
Croatia?
scored 2 goals. He
Who's
smiled. He goes, okay, this is a challenge now. And he won the World Cup after that.
So the greatest player of all time apparently dribbled through a team that's existed for 25 years.
Yeah.
And you think that's an achievement?
It's a very big achievement. And he won the Copa America.
Maradona
And he's won champions.
Maradona
Look at Barcelona are
dribbled
without
through the
Messi.
whole-
Take Messi out of Barcelona.
Maradona,
That's it.
Maradona dribbled the whole England team in the greatest goal
Yeah,
of
that
all
was a
time.
great. Look, he's God. Look, for me, Maradona's God.
That was fun.
Messi's up there. Messi's
I like
up
that,
there.
I like that debate. All I ask is this: the comments that what's his name done with the journal Latrell done.
Yeah.
That blatant and that obviously selfish. Is that the Ronaldo comments? That type
Selfish.
of that
He
type
is
of
selfish player.
No, what Ronaldo says, right, and you can go and look at it, he goes, I believe I'm the best player.
Okay,
That's it. Right?
He's
In the
a-
world.
And in the world.
Yeah.
And he's got a good argument for it.
You
and,
reckon?
And also he also says it's just a matter of opinion. Everyone has an opinion. That's fine.
Soccer's opinion.
He goes,
unfortunately.
if you're going to be doing what we're doing, you have to believe you're the best.
Yeah, it's the same argument between me and G-Man. I mean, I say that Thing's the best I've ever seen. Lewis and Wally.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, I've seen nothing. I just see 3 times a year.
Because you
and
know
he
why?
and
Because
he says it's the 5'8" for Parramatta there.
what you guys need to do is take the personal emotion out of it and judge. Forget about whether you like him or not.
Yeah.
and just judge on what he's done.
But how many times has Messi come out and said he's the best player in the world?
They both are.
No, but has Messi said it? Has Messi actually told people?
So what if
I'm
he
the best in
hasn't?
the world? He
So-
hasn't.
so what if- but so
he's
what
a
if
very
he-
humble and
that's
quality player.
That's the role that he plays because someone has to be the antagonist.
Yeah, it's not that.
and someone's got to be the good guy.
It's not that. Some guys to be on that level now. We're talking about an elite level. I'm assuming. Okay, they need that. They need to say. They need to have
So-
that bravado.
like
Others-
Latrell. That's my
others-
point.
Yeah, but-
Latrell's
yeah,
the same.
yeah, but he
Read
doesn't
between the
deliver.
He
lines.
needs it.
Read between the
So,
lines
so-
what he actually says. He blames everybody but himself when he's had a bad game.
So he's a fact. And
Does Ronaldo blame everybody else beside himself?
Oh, yeah.
He
He's
does.
he's a fact. He's a fact, and
No,
it's a matter. Of,
I'm
it's
gone, I've got
it's
nothing.
it's a matter of public record. You can go and look it up.
Sure.
That one of I forget his name. I can't remember, but when they vote World Player of the Year, FIFA World Player of the Year, it's voted.
Yeah.
It's voted,
Journalists?
right? One of the members of the panel left the panel because he goes, I saw 2 years in a row, right, where Cristiano had the votes and people in the room decided to vote against him because they did not like him. Hey, that's coming from the horse's mouth.
Yeah. Okay.
He
Yeah.
left the panel because of it,
Yeah.
right? And he goes, it's real simple. At the end of the day, he goes, we're in a room, we're supposed to judge not based on who we like or who we don't like, but based on the stats, based on what we see. He goes, in an open discussion, the guy said, I don't like him. I want to vote for Messi just because I don't like Ronaldo. He's missed out on at least 2 World
Anyway.
Player of the Years because of that.
Moving on.
Hey, horse's mouth.
He's won a couple that he shouldn't have won too.
Oh, yeah,
he
come on,
has.
Artie.
Moving
I
on.
can show you, man. And there's one that he
What
won.
are you going to show
Moving
me?
on.
You're
What's
going
his
to
name?
show me nothing.
No,
Moving on.
next week I'm going to
What are you
arm
gonna
myself
show
up.
me, Artie?
I'll show you, mate. Don't worry.
I've been watching
You know what?
soccer
He's
my
been
whole
given.
life.
He's been given stuff
I
on
don't-
platters. He hasn't worked for nothing.
You know what? I'm going to bring the G-man in
Yeah.
as well, and I'm going to sit in the corner.
Nah,
I'll let you have
nah.
a debate about soccer because that's too much.
Nah.
That's too entertaining.
No way.
I've been
No
watching
way.
soccer my whole life. I see
So
this.
have I,
No
man.
offense,
Nah,
Artie.
there's no way.
I see this all the time.
Yeah.
They put the emotional in front of the pragmatic,
Nah.
right? They don't like someone. He's telling us Ronaldo is not even close to being the best player.
No.
That's
I
what
don't.
you're saying.
I got Messi as an alien. Everyone says it. He's an alien, and the rest
Yeah.
are just down here.
Okay.
No, he's just amazing.
Zach Lomax.
No, that's a good choice.
What, compared to Messi?
I don't know. I've
Not compared to
never
Messi.
really seen him play. So
he
Zach,
deserves his spot.
yeah, absolutely.
That's good that-
Absolutely. So we'll move on from Zach. Then we got
Jerome and Jerome's Jerome, right?
Well,
And
you know what? Not only he had a good game in Origin, but once again on Saturday, was it?
Yeah.
He proved that in his own unique way, he can be a game manager and play his own game.
Yeah.
But he's got he's got a genuine halfback next to him in the Origin arena. So that's a tick. I've got no problem there. Good old because a lot of players get moved to the halves and try to change their game. They say they're not going to change their game, and they try to change their game, but they're in first grade because they play that type of style. So good.
But seriously, who would you replace it with?
No, you can't.
Exactly. There's no
can't.
one out there.
You can't.
But he's been playing well. Like last week was outstanding against them.
and he's back in his number 6 job.
Exactly.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
As well.
Perfect,
yes,
man.
and
With a
and-
genuine number 7.
and the genuine number
Deserves
7.
it, yeah.
And they split. So clear. And Nathan plays both sides. Mitch genuinely for Parramatta plays just one side, and
Plays down the right.
Yep. So we have Mitch, and I don't think it's a controversial pick, but people will argue about poor Nico. Now,
Nico played himself out of the team.
look,
He played himself out of it. He had the chance to keep his spot. He played himself out of it.
I really feel for Nico, and he hasn't come back onto his show or his spots on SCN for the last 2 weeks. So I really feel for poor Nico. I just think he's just not ready, and
He's just not an Origin player.
well, he's not ready right this moment, and that you might be right.
If he's
You
not
might
ready,
be right. You
then
might
he's
be
not an
right.
Origin player.
At
now,
the moment.
Now.
Yeah. He's unfortunately, and Mitch is just a dog. He's just a dog. He's going to fight. He's got one of the best, if not the best, kicking game in general play. Long kicking game in the league. So who else could you put? You could put Cody.
No.
Kiri, who was back up last. But
I think
Moses is, the best choice.
I think it's a good.
And
choice.
Very good choice.
And on Kiri, I don't know if you heard, he just signed for Catalans for 2
No, he
years.
didn't. His agent denied it. He said he's retiring. He said it's not true.
It's definitely retiring.
That's what his agent said. He said
Okay.
it's not true. He's retiring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%?
That's what his agent said.
Okay.
When?
No.
No.
Yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because this came out on Monday.
That's what
Yeah,
his
Monday,
agent. That's what his
yeah.
agent
So
said.
it's
I'm just.
Monday,
I saw it on TV.
Okay.
Shot it down, yeah.
What about Jake Trbojevic? Would he have held this spot if he wasn't the captain?
Good question. You know what with Jake? I've got no problem with Jake being in there, but Jake is a 70-minute player. Jake is in a highlight reel. He's not gonna make the difference. You know what I mean? He need him in the middle just to plug the middle up. So Madge, put him on and leave him on, and you got the luxury of a front rower who can play 60, 70. He can play 80 minutes if you want to. You're not going to miss a beat. So to take him off in the 20th minute and to put him back put him back on the last 10 minutes, like you don't see any value from him. So just leave him. Just leave him. If you're going to pick him, just leave him. And I get it. You need experience. You need a leader. He's a genuine leader. We all love Jake and we know what he's like. But just leave him on there. Just leave him on there. So I hope they do the right thing there. The next one's controversial for me.
For the record, I just Googled it. Messi had 3 assists in the World Cup. 2022 World Cup.
Enough.
Messi.
3.
In the what?
In
Cup?
the last World Cup.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
3.
3 more than Messi, Ronaldo.
Enough.
Yeah, well,
Let's go on. You could,
I can find your hoops, mate. Don't worry.
put him in the pool. I can sit here all day.
So
bring
can
the
I.
G-Man.
So can I. Don't worry.
Put
So
Messi in
can I.
Portugal team and see how well he goes.
We'll do
How many goals did he score
we'll
in the
do a
previous
soccer
5
thing.
World Cups?
How many World Cups has Ronaldo won?
Listen, I'm
How
Italian.
many golden balls has he won?
I'm Italian. I know a little bit about World Cups.
Yeah, but Ronaldo's done nothing in a World Cup. He's done nothing.
We've won 4 and I've celebrated 2.
Yeah, but
I
not
know a
with
little bit
Ronaldo.
about World Cups.
Yeah,
Trust
but not
me.
with Ronaldo. He's done
Messi played
nothing.
5 and he did nothing in the
He's
first
won-
5.
He's got golden balls.
In the last one,
No, but he got one.
Mbappe got
What's Ronaldo achieved in the World
it.
Cup?
Mbappe got it.
No, but what did
All right.
Ronaldo
Ronaldo's
achieve?
won the Euros. Has Messi?
Messi got
He's
the
won
golden
the
ball
Euros.
in the previous one.
He's won the Euros.
What's that?
Ronaldo,
Euros? Which one?
2016.
One.
Yeah. How many has Messi won?
Can't play in Europe, but he
Oh,
won the
fuck.
South
There you
America
go,
one.
you lose.
South America one's more important, I think. That's a tougher comp.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on. Man.
five-
Now you're embarrassing yourself.
Okay, how many times has
Now
Brazil's
you're
won
embarrassing
the World
yourself,
Cup 5
man.
times?
Yeah.
Which European countries come close to that?
Italy, 4.
4, exactly.
Germany, 4.
Brazil, 5.
Yeah.
He's
Italy,
haven't
4.
beaten them.
George,
Can Brazil
I've gotta
play in
go-
Europe?
George,
No.
I've got to go here. One
Can
second.
Uruguay play in Europe? No. Can Argentina play in Europe? No.
All right.
There you go.
Let me
That's
cl-
10 between them. There you go.
Let me close it with this.
Nah.
Is Brazil the best country in the world because they've won 5 World Cups?
The most successful in the World Cup, yes.
Okay. So that means Anthony Mundine's a better boxer than Muhammad Ali.
Why?
He's won more titles.
Different sport, different code.
All right. I'll tell you something you don't know, right? I'll tell you something you don't know. Brazil have been world champions for a total of 20 years because they've won 5 World Cups. Italy have been world champions for a grand total of 28 years.
How'd this go from Ronaldo to Italy?
Because
Anyway, go.
they had a 16-year reign. No one's ever
Yeah.
going to top that.
Yeah.
1934
But
to
what's that
1950.
got to do with Ronaldo?
Nothing. I just wanted to make my point. Let's move on.
Is Ronaldo versus Messi a sort of topic of discussion out there?
Greece has won more Euros than England.
You know what the
so
funny
does that
thing-
make us better than England?
You know what the funny
Haven't they
thing
won
is?
haven't they won a Euro?
England haven't won a Euro,
England
but Greece
have,
have.
England have only ever won 1 trophy.
Exactly.
The World Cup in
1966,
66. Yeah.
because I was born. That's why I remember that.
So that means Greece is better than England.
I don't know about
Well,
that.
they haven't won a World Cup.
Well, Ronaldo has
And
neither.
How
but
many,
he's better than
how
Messi,
many
really.
World Cups have they played in?
I don't want to go anymore.
1.
No,
Right?
that's enough.
Let's get back to it.
Reece
By the
Robson.
way, I don't like either one of them. I'm not a fan of Ronaldo or Messi. And I agree with everything he's saying about Ronaldo, but I don't judge based on that. I leave
Yeah,
my
look.
emotion out of it. I don't judge based on like Latrell. I'm not knocking him because I dislike him. I'm knocking him because of what I see.
Yeah.
My
what
personal
what
opinion
comes
means
out of his
nothing.
mouth.
It means nothing.
But I don't mind Latrell, and he's similar to Ronaldo, so I'm opposite now. You know what I mean? So I'm sort of looking at it a different way.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you
That's
get what
just-
I mean? Like-
that's just me. I never, whenever I'm talking about players or teams, I never bring the personal into it. I always try and
Yeah.
stay unbiased about it.
That's why I think Latrell will be okay this week.
Oh,
Because
he
I
will
think,
be. No, he
I
will
think
be.
he's going to take some focus off some of the players in New South Wales. And
But he will be. All I ask you is,
I hope he is.
week in and week out, is Messi good?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Week in and week out, and I think you
Is-
played
yeah,
Italy
Latrell
more.
good? Yeah,
Is Is Singh good?
Who?
The other guy, what's his name?
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. In when he was playing
Not
for
lately,
Milan.
Him and Messi are up there together in the last
they're
20
up
years.
there.
as
They've been
the two best
challenging.
Okay.
They're the
players.
two best in the world at that time.
How many good games has
Latrell?
Latrell played in a year and a half? 3? 4?
Exactly.
5?
You-
6? 7? 8?
Latrell, has he won a grand final?
Yeah, we feast.
Yeah, he's won
He did.
2.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Sure.
Robbo had
That's-
him.
Look at
Under
what's
some,
Messi
man.
done with PSG. And don't say they've won the comp. 'cause
They won the comp.
They won it 100 times before he went there.
But they won the comp.
What have they done in Champions League?
What did Ronaldo do with Juventus? Same as
He made a Champions League final.
But he didn't win
PSG
it.
Yeah, but PSG haven't.
That doesn't matter. He didn't win it.
Doesn't matter. PSG
He went.
haven't.
Anyway.
Okay.
We won't end.
He won,
It won't
okay.
end. We can
he
go
won
forever.
2 leagues.
You know
We
what?
can go
And he got
forever.
to a Champions League
I'm
final.
gonna bring the
We
G-Man
can
here
go
too.
forever.
I'm going to bring the G-Man here. I'm going to sit you down. I'm going to sit in the corner. I'm going to grab a coffee. I'm going to have
That's
fun.
the biggest debate in the world, man.
Yeah.
Everyone.
You know
I
what?
don't get it. I wish rugby league had 2 players, which we can do the same.
No, we haven't.
But we haven't.
Unfortunately,
We don't
no.
have 2 stars, and I was hoping Ponga and Reece Walsh would do that Ronaldo Messi
they
thing
might.
because
They might.
they're sort of similar.
They still might.
But they're both Queenslanders.
Yeah.
Why can't one be New South Welshman?
Someone started talking about Messi Ronaldo to me as well, thinking, knowing I'm a sports junkie, and I go, dude, I've got nothing. I don't even know how the guys look. Sorry, I don't even know how the guys look. So if I
you
saw
know-
a picture of them, I wouldn't know who it is.
But you know what's funny about that? Before them 2, I can't remember any 2 players going head-to-head rivalry. You know what I mean?
No.
Like before them, they
did
came
Maradona
back.
have
There's
anyone?
been plenty. You could go to Zico, Platini. You could go to you could. There's been plenty.
Did
I
Maradona
suppose
have a
with
rival?
social media.
There's been Now the problem is with social media
Yeah,
these
everywhere.
days. Everyone's got an opinion.
Everyone's got opinions and they're all out there.
And I could come out and say, "Oh, he's done this." I can come out and say what I said before, and everyone can believe me or not believe me. I base everything off fact, or I won't say it.
Yeah.
Okay, how about we get back to the Origin team and talk about a bit, the biggest controversial
Which one's that?
pick is the hooker.
The hooker.
Reece Robson.
Yeah.
Reece Robson.
You would have picked Appy.
I would have had Appy Coruscant.
You know what? After watching him again on I think it was Sunday or Saturday night,
Appy.
yeah, what the guy did, what the guy does for his team in the Tigers, and I know why Madge hasn't picked him, and it's obviously for,
Why hasn't he
for
picked him?
defense. I'm assuming for a defense. I'm assuming. Okay, I don't know, and he has a few more missed tackles, but he's really crafty around the half. Now he could adjust his game a little bit to be more direct because Appy's a little bit sideways, and Robson is direct. He hasn't got the sideways game. Robson, when he runs direct. I hope it works out. I would have had Appy there personally.
Yeah.
I haven't got a problem. I want to support the team. I want to support Madge. I think he might have got it wrong. He might have.
Have they got a- have they
I
got
would
a-
have had Appy personally. I said that in the first game.
I said that on the last pod,
Yeah.
last week pod, that I thought about it and I'm with you. I changed my mind.
I just think with that spark from dummy half,
Yeah.
Reece, as good as Reece Robson is, I just don't
he's
see
very
that.
solid. You know,
spark.
we're really arguing about
Yeah.
But if they got
heads.
a backup, if Maurice gets injured, who's on the bench?
Yeah, thingy Bob. What's that? Eastern Suburbs.
Connor Watson.
Oh, Watson. Okay. fair
What's
enough.
they've got him as a utility.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got him as a utility. I think he's going to play him for.
Look, Reece
for
Robson
70
for the
minutes.
first 20, it's going to be brutal. He's a perfect man for it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you've got Connor. Oh.
Because he's a big body too, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big body. And then Connor. Connor will come in. If he doesn't come in the edges or the back row sort of thing, he can play hooker. So he's covered. And he's I think he's assuming Connor can play in the centres as well. He probably could. Probably could. I'd watch out a bit, but he probably could.
Poor Appy. Goes to West Tigers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He played halfback last week.
Yeah.
And you know the conversation him and Benji had? He goes, I'll play halfback, Benj. And he goes, well, if you play halfback, your chances of playing Origin might be diminished.
He put the club first.
Yeah, he goes, look, I don't care. I want to win. And they got the win. So,
Yeah.
Great.
Payne Haas,
Obvious choice.
not much to say there.
Obvious choice, but let me just drop something.
His form
in.
hasn't been the best.
Yeah,
but
he looks like he's got a lot of things on his mind. He's playing.
He does. His dad's on death row.
Yeah.
And, he-
That's pretty. That's something big to have
and
in
his
your
mum's
mind.
in prison too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Poor guy.
if he's if he's doing it tough, and I'm just talking about him now, he should just go to Kevy and
Take some time off.
take some time off because
His dad's facing a possible death penalty.
really,
Yeah.
where in Malaysia.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
So, you know what? I'm not used to him making under 200 metres, and we're talking 80 and 110.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, for a normal front rower, it's good 110 metres, but not for Payne Haas. But let's hope we need him.
Yeah.
New South Wales needs him. So let's hope he, for 2 hours, puts some things out of his mind and gives us everything he's got.
Liam Martin, second row.
Well, say no more. He was probably one of the better players, if not the best player, and one of the meanest back rowers New South Wales has got. A believer.
It's a bit too early though, don't you think? He just got back from injury. He only had one game off the bench. Bit of a gamble.
Did he get injured? Did he get injured in Origin? Is that
No, it was before Origin. He got injured before Origin, and he was off for about 8 weeks or something. So then he came on. He only played half a game.
in Origin?
No, he was injured before Origin, way before.
Yeah, but he played Origin. So he played in the Origin team.
No, he didn't play in the Origin. Cam Murray.
Liam Martin, he said.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said Cam Murray.
Oh, no, we'll get there.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant Cam Murray.
No,
Sorry.
Liam Martin. No. And he picks himself.
Yeah,
Liam
yeah.
Martin, Angus Crichton picks himself.
Picks himself.
But Liam Martin didn't train because he's got a busted toe or something.
Oh, still.
Yeah,
He
so
play-
it's not
he-
training.
He played well for Penrith on Saturday.
Yeah,
But yeah, look, I hear you. I hear what you're saying.
I don't know.
But
man.
you know what?
You want to
did-
be 100%.
Yeah, what he did on Origin, those brutal hits. I'll pick him every day.
Yeah,
Cam Murray.
yeah, that's the one.
You're
That
worried
was a
about
risk.
Underdone, yeah.
Yeah, underdone. But look, he'll give 100%. He's a solid player.
I just would have started Yo at lock.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have.
Maybe put Murray on the bench. He might
Yeah.
do that.
Maybe.
Yeah, he might do
Maybe.
Okay, so I've got no problem either or Murray or Yo, but what Murray gives you, what Murray does, no other lock can do in the comp. Be it the quick play the balls, be it defence around the ruck, be it he can play in the middle or on the edge. There's not many that can do. Yo is a little bit run sideways pass happy because he puts him in the middle as an extra front rower. And he did well. I thought he did well beside that intercept. He did well in general. I've got no problem either or. When he ejects him, I don't know. But no issue.
And
He's been part of the last 5 series. He's played 13 matches.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Murray.
Yeah.
he's a damn
experience.
good player.
He's an
Yeah.
Origin player. He's
Yeah.
born. He's an Origin player. So no.
And on the bench, we have Connor Watson making his debut.
Yeah.
I think he's earned it.
He's a
I think,
debut.
yeah.
Well, he was injured all last year.
Mm.
I think he's earned it. Isaiah Yo, Ola Kawatu, Spencer Linu.
Okay,
With
so
Mitchell Barnett as the 18th man, which to me is odd. I'd still prefer to have it back.
well, he's 18.
Like a Burton. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Is that the first Warriors player to be picked for New South Wales or Queensland?
Probably.
Oh, God.
In terms of the bench, look, the whole team.
It's great.
The whole team is great. It's a really balanced. Every player complements everybody stylistically. So this team is really good. If we don't either go close or beat Queensland, we've got no chance. Spencer Linu showed us last game. He was the most damaging ball runner that we had when he came on. I thought. I would give Ola Kawatu another game. I just don't think the game suited him last week. And you know what? With Manly, he plays on the edge, so he doesn't have to do all that work. We all say he does a lot of work and he plays a lot of minutes, and he does, but he's on the edge. So when he hits from outside in. When he hits those big hits, you see, or when he does those runs, he's running on edges. So hopefully they use him the same way. And Yo and Watson, all that says I don't have to say anything about those two. But the team is
It's a good bench, yeah.
The team's balanced.
It's balanced,
The team is better than last time. And like I said, if we don't give this team a run for their money, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It's going to be tough. We're playing in Queensland's second home ground, Melbourne.
Yeah. Reece Walsh is back at fullback. No great surprise. If he's fit, he's there.
Yeah.
Xavier Coates, Val Holmes, the Hammer. It's pretty straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah, nothing to say.
Murray Tulagi, Tom Dearden and Cherry Evans in the halves.
The only thing about the back line is Selvin Cobbo got dropped, so
Yeah, but
which was a bit of an
he was on the bench anyway to begin with. But we'll get to that because that's interesting as well. So obviously Ben Hunt at hooker, Lindsay Collins, Jaden Sewer, Jeremiah Nanai, Patrick Carrigan. Nothing really changes
no,
there.
not much.
But we got on the interchange bench Harry Grant. I don't know if I pronounced this right. Moeki Fatueka.
Yeah.
Felice Kafusi, Kurt Capewell. And Dane Gagai is our 8th man. So
I can't say nothing. They're perfect.
Yeah,
We
it's
saw
a
them
strong
like,
lineup,
and
isn't
the
it?
issue is that they're going to get better.
Yeah.
They're going to get better than last game. They've had a run. They've blown the cobwebs out. They've been together for 2 years now. They've got outstanding coaching. I just think they'll just keep on getting better. So I can't wait.
Good to see Kurt Capewell, another warrior that's in the. But it's good to see him back in the Queensland because that series he had a few years ago where he was outstanding. I was surprised he wasn't in the first game or last year. I don't think he made it either, didn't he? So it's good to have him back.
I think
good player.
2 years now that he hasn't.
he's
made
got
the
a bit of
team.
versatility too.
Yeah,
Playing
he had
centres,
Yeah, centres, back row, he can
Yeah.
play anywhere, and I think that's where Billy picked him just for cover. And you know, Kurt Capewell, he's so experienced, he can come and do a job for you. He doesn't have to be a world beater. There's enough world beaters in that team to have on the bench. We sort of got Strike on our bench. They don't need to have Strike on their bench.
On
They
the
just
field.
yeah. But trust me, it's scary. Every time I look at the team, it's scary. But I think we've got a great chance, and I can't wait.
I forgot to ask you a question before. I'm a bit rusty from the week off.
What's that?
Where's round 15, George?
In the can,
Yeah,
in the can.
In the can. So let's run through the weekend that was.
How about we go to that new segment?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you have a new
Oh.
segment for us?
Huh?
New segment.
Yeah.
New segment. We've got a new segment, and the boy Wonder has given me a new entry or a new theme song for it. Ready?
Give me the f***ing ball. Give me the f***ing ball.
I want to thank the boy Wonder for that. I asked him a couple of hours ago actually to put that together. This segment is about a play, a tackle, a run, something that changes the momentum of the game, or something that a player does something special. Okay, we're going to rotate it. I'm going to do the first week. Nico's doing next week, and you can do the third week, Adi, and then it comes back to me. Okay, so it's about again a play, a special play. Penrith went to Newcastle, guys. And they got straight into business. They got into the grind. Newcastle got sucked in, got into the grind, and they had them covered. They'll going along very well. With I think 15 minutes to go, Newcastle gets out of the grind. Okay, and the minute you get out of the grind in the modern day Penrith, it's pretty hard to. Penrith hasn't got the ability to rein you back in. They've scored, I think 2 tries, was it? And the score was getting a bit close. I was getting a bit nervous. I was getting a bit nervous. Then all of a sudden, Moses decides to run the ball up, put some late footwork on, straight through the guts of this Newcastle team. Looks inside. Who's on his right? Yep, Dylan Edwards. Edwards.
She's talking
Oh,
about
Dylan
Moses
Edwards.
Leota.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm talking about Moses Leota.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking about Moses Leota. Sorry, I should have said his full name, Moses Leota. So Moses Leota puts the late footwork straight through, like he did in the grand final.
Yeah.
And gives it to Dylan Edwards.
Yeah.
Scores a try. That moment, the momentum changed. Game over. Momentum changed. Penrith got straight back into the grind. Newcastle unfortunately got sucked in again into the grind. Okay, and they went and won the game. So that's what I want the effing ball is. He wanted the effing ball and changed the momentum of that game. So that's the new segment. You got it.
There you go.
You got it next week,
Nice.
Nicola.
So it was a play of the week.
Yeah, you call it the play of the,
Play of
week,
the week.
or like I said, the change.
game
It doesn't.
changer.
It doesn't have to be. It could be a hit.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
changes the
sure.
momentum.
Yep.
It could be a 40-20.
Yep.
It changes the momentum of the game. It could be one of those special tries that he's out in the car. His legs are out in the car park, and he scores the try.
Oh, yeah.
That could be
I
something
don't,
that you
I don't
like.
want to be biased, but I already know next week's one's going to come from Parramatta.
Parramatta.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
because they got the bye.
They got the buy. Got the buy. Of course, they got the buy.
The streak
You can
continues.
make it up.
It continues.
Yes, the streak will definitely continue because both Parra and St George got the bye. We've got
We
two,
needed it.
two out of three out next week, guaranteed.
We needed it. We needed it.
Love it. Love it.
No, I like that, George. I'll have to do some prep work next week for that one.
Did you like the theme song
Yeah.
for it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
That's
Very
uh,
good.
And
That's a
ball.
that's a that's a Boy Wonder special. That one.
Interesting. All right, so let's go back to round 15.
Let's do it.
Wow.
The Sharks went down 30 points to 28 against the Dolphins at home. Not a good way to rebound with their Origin players back. They're on a bit of a three game losing streak,
Yeah.
or is it 2 out of 3, something like that?
2 out of 3, I think they
Yeah,
won.
so I think they won. Yeah.
That-
Are the wheels falling off?
That was a very interesting game. Dolphins impressed the hell out of me because they went to a Sydney team and haven't won in Sydney for a while and were 22-0 up at one stage.
I can't believe they're still in 4th place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Cronulla got to 24-22. So they then got 4 tries. And then the Dolphins got to 30 and you think, okay, that's it now. And then right at the end, the Sharks score right on the buzzer and Nico misses conversion from the sideline. What a game. It was probably the game of the round for me. But excellent game and some real star performers there. Was the Hammer was absolutely him and the Kennedy. They both scored long range tries, knocking each other out, which was fantastic. But yeah, great game. But Dolphins, man, they're so good. 4th on the ladder, deservedly so. They are the 4th best team in the comp.
I've got nothing. Artie said everything for me.
Best team.
The only thing I'm going to say is give me the ball. There was a try in that game from the Hammer who got the ball
yes.
from and ran a 90 meters. And the interesting thing about that was when he was close to the line, he slows down.
Yeah.
The winger from across the way came to him. Then he accelerated, and you look back. He looked back with the biggest smile on his face. He was just having the mind. So he came very close, Artie, to get the give me the effing ball. So
It was great.
It was a good game, and Nico was a bit flat again. But
I don't like the fact that some sessions of the media kind of criticise him for missing the sideline conversion.
Oh, no.
Sideline
Yeah, I know.
conversion.
That's hard.
no,
At the end of a game too.
Exactly.
You know, I mean,
No,
come
no,
on.
no.
They're always a little bit of a lottery, you know.
can I be honest? They didn't deserve to be anywhere close to the Dolphins. The Dolphins let them back in. Did you think?
They got
so?
to 24-22. That period where they got back was amazing. Cronulla did well.
It was
At
very
22-0
quick.
down, you can
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
back down. But
Yeah, no,
wasn't it?
that's
That was quick,
it was try
man.
after try.
That's
after
true.
they
try.
got their back line is dynamic.
Their
man.
back line
It's
is good.
very good,
Their
and
back
that's
line
what they're
is
going to win it on. 3-2-1 for that one. I gave the Hammer the 3, or Manoli gave 3 points to the Hammer. Nikora got the 2 points for the Sharks. He was
Yes.
outstanding.
Yes.
And Farmworth,
Yes.
how good was he? He was carving them up on the side. So,
Herbie's-
Farmworth got the 1 point
Herbie's very good.
for Manoli.
Herbie's very good.
The second game, sorry, that was Thursday night. The first game on Friday night, the Canberra Raiders at home went down to the Cowboys 34 points to 16, but that scoreline's actually a little flattering to the Raiders, isn't it?
Yeah.
The game was all about Latrell forcing his way back into New South Wales, and the boy delivered.
Wrong game.
It was in the Rabbitohs Broncos.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, sorry, Raiders. Sorry, I'm bringing the wrong one.
Wrong game.
I'm too
Wrong
rushing ahead.
game.
Oh, that one there. That was a
Gee.
weird one. That one.
That was a weird one.
That was a weird one.
That was
Cows.
a weird one.
Oh, they're better defensive effort from them. They've been a bit loose in defence, but this one here, they sort of muscled up a little bit.
Canberra was really disappointing.
Canberra was disappointing.
Really disappointing. I don't want to talk too much about it. They were just disappointing. Canberra let the door wide open for Cowboys to do their thing.
Last-
but they were good.
Last 3 games, they've conceded 118 points at that ground.
Canberra.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's
isn't it?
bad, man. That's not good.
Gee.
It's as bad as Campbelltown for the Tigers.
Yeah.
Ruben Cotter, 3 points from Manoli. Dearden got 2, and Drinky got the 1. So
Yes.
that was
Manoli, a good judge again.
Yep.
What do
And
you
this
think,
is the
George?
one.
What do you think? Just
Same
quickly.
thing, yeah. He's got everything covered. No need for me to say
Let's go
anything.
here. The Rabbitohs, 22
Go
points.
for it, Artie. Go for it. Go for it. Tell us how good Boy Wonder is.
No, he played well.
Tell us how good
he
God
ran
is.
for 175 metres.
Yep.
Try assist, 5
Latrell,
tackle busts.
yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
Latrell Mitchell pushed his way into the Origin camp. Feel sorry for Burton because he's done more than enough to get it. But
Yeah.
anyway, the media loved Latrell. They wanted bums on seats. He delivered, and it was a good effort by him. One thing I want to point out, Johnson, he scored in the 50th minute, 191st try. So he goes second now on the leaderboard for top try scorers in the rugby league. And did you notice that he was wearing number? There was a guy, the fullback, I think, was wearing. What was it? I read it somewhere. Sorry, I'm trying to read something here. So I said,
When Artie tries to find
yeah, I'll try and find it, man. You go on.
there's the Broncos. Look, I don't know. I wouldn't worry about it at the moment. But make no mistake, to win a comp, we know for a fact that you need to make top 4.
You've got to get Adam Reynolds back too, obviously.
Yeah. The quicker they get Adam back, and quicker they get Reece back, will be better for them. They seem to go a little bit off track at the moment. But the good thing is that the comp is so compressed. If they win 4 games, they'll be still sort of on the edge of the top 4 because this team is in a window. So they're thinking we're going to win a comp. So they've got to make top 4.
Do you think they've got a chance?
To make top 4?
Personally, do you?
Top 4?
Yeah, no, top 8. Do you personally think South can
no,
make
mate.
it?
No, I'm talking about Broncos.
Oh, Broncos. Okay.
Yeah, Broncos will make. No, they haven't. No.
All the Broncos. Do you reckon the Broncos are going to make top 4?
No.
No, not at all. It's pretty tight, man. They're 16, and I think it's only 22.
The loss of Reynolds has impacted them too much.
How far till he's?
I think close to the semis.
If they make top 4, they'll win
Yeah.
the comp. It's simple as that. Just simple as that. The quality they've got.
We're all forgetting he's been out for a while now, a few weeks. Yeah, it's a big loss.
I wouldn't be surprised they don't make the 8, to be honest.
Oh no, they'll make the 8. There's too
I
much
don't know,
quality.
man.
There's too much quality.
I don't know.
There's too much.
I think they'll make the 8. I'm pretty confident they'll make the 8.
Yeah.
But look, you know what? Anything's possible.
Yeah.
An incident in the game that Ricky came out of the line and hit Cam Murray without the ball, hit him high. Obviously got 10 minutes. Latrell ran in. We know he's engaged when he runs in, and the push and shove and the handbag started. Referee got upset. Referee G. And sent Latrell and Ricky off for 10 minutes. Now, good, very good. No problem about that.
Because he thinks he can get away with anything.
Let me suggest. Well, you know what? For once, I support Latrell in this one because when you see your mate getting hit off the ball high, you'd expect everybody to come in. So usually he doesn't. So that's
not to come in and just grab jerseys, but
that's what
they do these days.
That's what they do these days.
What's the point running in?
Yeah, I know, but that's what they do. They show.
If you're not going to throw a punch, what's the point running in at all?
Throw a punch is
Running in for what? Just to stop?
That's what they do. They just show a bit of emotion. But
It was interesting to see Walters say that he thought he should have got sent off.
Should have.
So,
fair enough.
he should have got sent
From
off.
what I understand, he should have been.
Got sent off because if you see the
bad hit.
replay, if you see,
Do we get any updates from the weatherman about this? I missed out a lot.
I
this
didn't
weekend,
see
so
the
I was
weather.
abroad.
What the I was going to say? What
I
the
didn't see
weatherman
the
said?
weatherman
Yeah,
on that.
he apologised for something. I think it was St George. He done
It's just
something
the
again.
fault.
Yeah,
Even if nothing, even on the buy rounds, he'll just come out and go, "Hey, I'm sorry." That's it. What for? It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
You'll
Just
find
general,
something. Yeah.
Just a generally, I'm sorry. Look, that was bad. I'm not going to go on about it. We all saw it. I'm not going to. I don't know if there's any favouritism, but Ricky should have been sent off. It's simple as that. He should have been sent off, and he should have got 2 weeks. He got nothing, did he? He got a fine. Did he get 2
I'm
weeks?
not sure.
I'm
Anyway.
not sure, mate. No.
Anyway, 3-2-1. Minorities 3-2-1. Artie.
Latrell, he doesn't like South much, but gave Latrell 3. He gave Kolomatangi the 2 points, ran 202 metres.
Yep.
And Cookie looked pretty sharp from the hooker role, which was interesting.
Actually, Cookie's been playing well.
Yeah, he's
for
been
the
playing
last
well.
month.
He's been doing all
And
right.
so has Colin Matangi.
Yeah.
You know what? The fortunes changed for Souths when he started really, really, really going hard in the middle. Looks absolutely Latrell as well, but if you're not going forward, Latrell can't do his magic. So it starts from the middle. So
Yeah.
they're doing well. They're doing well.
All I wanted to say from before's notes is, so what's his name? Johnson's on 191 tries and Kevin Irwine's on 212. So he's
he'll catch
getting
him.
closer.
He'll catch him.
He's second now in his own.
Matter of a year. Yeah.
He'll catch him, yeah.
Matter of a
Have
year.
they signed him for next year?
Yeah.
I think
He's
so.
there. He's
Okay.
there. Yeah.
I think they extended him last season.
Wow. Okay.
For 3 years. On the back of the announcement for a $40 million grant for Leichhardt Oval, which essentially is a paint job, the Tigers, Leichhardt Oval, big crowd out there on a really shitty day. It was a horrible, cloudy, windy,
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah.
They turned out and the Tigers got up 18 points to 10 over the Gold Coast.
One thing I read today, which I was going to read out earlier, was did you notice that Jerome Buller wore the jersey number 21 instead of 1?
Because they retired the Keith
They
Barnes.
retired it for Keith Barnes, and Keith Barnes passed away in April, and it was the first time apparently.
Back in Leichhardt.
Yeah, so that's why they wore the 21.
Beautiful.
So
beautiful.
that was a nice
That was
thing.
a nice gesture.
And to win as good as well, that's good for Keith Barnes. So special effort there. Don't know too much about this game. I know that the Titans made more line breaks than the Tigers, 9-2, but looks like the Tigers found a way to win this game, and good luck to
It
them.
was ugly.
It was ugly.
And they fought hard to get there, and they deserved it.
And they conceded 56 points last week, so to
Yeah,
only concede
yeah.
10, that's a good turnaround for that.
On the back of
Tigers.
the jersey, just quickly, did you know that Napoli retired the number 10 when
Did they?
Maradona left? They've never had a number 10 since.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
It's a nice gesture seeing that for Keith Barnes
It
at
is.
Leichhardt Oval.
So every time they play Leichhardt Oval, their number.
I think it was just for the day, just to commemorate. So Buller wore the 21
Okay.
and the number 1 was on the sideline.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It was a nice gesture.
I
it really
didn't
was.
realise that.
And nice that to come back after a few months and still recognise it too.
Yeah.
It was an ugly game, but the Tigers needed that. You know, when you're on a losing streak, you need to win ugly and dirty, and they did. Scrappy, they did really well. No Lachlan Galvin either.
Yep.
Who's confirmed that he's staying now? By
Yeah,
the way,
yeah.
So yeah, good. You know, they got up. So
Just in regards to the new grant in the stadium, like Nico said, they'll get a paint job and they'll fix some seats there. Look, I like the nostalgia of walking to that ground.
I love it.
I like
I love
parking down to La Matage, is it, and walking up that hill. It just floods back memories when I walk into the ground and it's got that place where I used to buy tickets. Now you go to the big stadiums and it's all phones and tickets there.
the people,
It's still there,
The
but
older people in the white coats.
the white coats, I
Giving you the
remember.
tickets.
So it's beautiful, and
Yeah.
and you know what? It was a cold, rainy, miserable day, and they got 8,000 people.
They got a good crowd.
Yeah, if you went to the prison, you would have got
Excuse
4.
me.
If you went, if
They
you
got
were-
a good crowd.
yeah, if you're at the
Yeah.
prison, you would have got 4. So that's the good thing about
It
it.
looked like more than 8,000, to be honest.
I think officially it was 8,000. Can
Okay.
you check that, Adi? But that was
I can
pretty sure it was
check,
8,000.
but I just thought it looked.
Yeah, I love it when the hill's packed. It's the
Yeah.
best. 12, let's say. Let's just give it to them. In terms of the game, this game reminded me of two drunk guys outside of a pub swinging punches and missing. You know what I mean? And come here, I'm going to get you. Come here, I'm going to get you. And they're just swinging. You know what I mean? How Titans didn't win this game got me buggered. I've got no idea, but it doesn't matter because Tigers won. They came out second half and the first half, the first 20 minutes, Titans should have put them away. They had eight line breaks. They had 80% of the possession. Should have been put away. Guess what? They didn't put them away. Okay, and then the Tigers came second half. Carousel was amazing, and guess what? Stefano showed me an $800,000 Stefano for once. He took him. Yeah, it's only taken him.
He
a
played
year
really
and a
well,
half.
didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only taken him a year and a half
Played
to show
really
me
good. He
what
played
he's
really
got.
good.
18-10. Benji should go to Bali every week, I reckon. So
No, they lost 56-14 when he went to Bali. Maybe he shouldn't go to Bali.
maybe shouldn't go to Bali.
Yeah.
And 3-2-1's Adi.
3-2-1. Epi Coruscant got the 3 points. Big Stefano ran 206 metres, got the 2. And for the Gold Coast, Keanu Keeney, 318 metres, 9 tackle breaks.
Yeah,
he did
brilliant.
all the tackle breaks,
Yeah.
basically.
Good man.
He was good. So
man.
that was a 3-2-1.
Good stuff. And then we had the Warriors at home going down to the Melbourne Storm, 38 points to 24.
Well, the Storm contain their dominance over the Warriors. I think it's 16 games in a row now they've beaten them.
Yeah.
So they continued that. Warriors raced to a 12-0 lead early, but then the Storm, over a period from the 19th minute onwards,
They're still in first position.
just dominated.
Storm.
Yeah,
It is,
Storm played well. Actually, they didn't play too well, and they still won. So that's a mark of a good team. Mounts still not playing, so imagine when he gets back.
Yeah.
So they just got played
apparently,
along.
some reports are saying he'll be out for a lot longer,
Oh, really?
up to the semis.
Oh, wow.
So I hope not. But
That's huge.
Yeah.
Well, they're not struggling without him, so
Yeah, that's true.
So they're doing all right. But yeah, Warriors, they started well, but then they just faded.
Yeah, you know what? This is a testament to Storm and their culture and their system. They the first half same as Titans, similar as Titans. Warriors should have put Storm away, but you know what? They just hung in. They hung in, and Hughes. I'm gonna call Jerome Hughes the best player on this team, and very close to the best player in the comp. I have no idea how he's going in Manoli's 3-2-1s,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he's got to be top 3. He's the catalyst, and he's been the best player in his team for at least a year and a half now.
Yeah. Dynamic.
He just steers them around, and he gets those moments. He produces those moments.
You know what's sad about that? He's probably the 4th or 5th in line for Queensland.
Yeah, yeah.
And we struggle with
Kiwi.
one or two.
He's a Kiwi.
Oh, is he a Kiwi? Oh, I thought it was Queenslander.
Kiwi.
Jeez.
You know what?
Oh, my God.
This is what happened. Warriors just stepped up in class, and we know where they are. I hate to say that because the full house. I want the Warriors to do really well. I thought they're going to be top 4, but they just stepped up in class and they got found out. It's as simple as that. I still enjoy watching them play. Their style, I love watching them play. But this Melbourne team, they're real.
Yeah.
The culture in the club, the way they've been coached, you can tell. If you look through this team in terms of strike players or big names, you know, there might be 2 or 3, but I don't. No disrespect to Nick Neeme, and Xavier Coates and Grant Adamson. I mean,
He just makes
no
these. He
disrespect.
makes these players better players.
How good is he? How is
Remus Smith.
he's-
They're all good players,
They're all
but they go there and they just
Level
level up
Yeah.
as part of a larger system,
absolutely
right?
yeah,
That they
absolutely.
fit. They know their roles. He just gets the most out of them.
And what we say every week, Storm maybe not at their best, but they do what good teams do: win games.
They win. They
They
win.
just win games.
They win. Who?
Adi, 3-2-1s.
Jerome Hughes,
Yeah.
3 points for Jerome. Eli Katoa, he's been dynamic. I like him.
He's a
Back
good
row.
fullback, and
No,
it's-
Katoa's the second rower.
oh, sorry,
The
second
back rower
rower,
that's scoring.
Katoa.
Yeah, Katoa. He's scoring some great tries. And Mitch Barnett for the Warriors got the 1 point.
Can we talk about that fullback? Whatever his
Oh,
name's, the young
Falogo.
boy, Falogo.
He's good too.
You called him
Oh,
in
I
your
love
in your
that
reg,
player.
in your
So
Reggie rap.
good.
Now I know Pap's going to come back straight into the team at fullback, but this kid cannot
Is
be
he back this week? I
in a
think?
couple of weeks, in 2 weeks. But this kid can't be denied.
Yeah.
I don't know. Put him on the bench. I don't know. Put him somewhere because these kids don't get found on trees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have him somewhere in the mix.
There's
But,
talk. There's talk that Melbourne are open to letting go of Pap
Oh really?
because they think this kid's going to be.
Well, they've done pretty well without him.
I know. So,
I mean,
which team would he fit into if he was to go?
wherever he wants. I
Pappenhausen?
think
Yeah, Pap. I think St George might.
he'd look good in the blue
Have
and
a
gold.
How many do you want, mate? How many do you want?
But we've only got one, Lomax. I think Pappenhausen would go good at fullback. Gutho, he can go to the Dragon. No, I'm joking.
poor Guffer.
We'll take him. I'll take him.
He's a great player.
Oh, no, I'll take him.
He's a great player.
I'll take anyone at the moment. We can't sign anyone.
3-2-1s.
You can have
Oh,
Damien
you
Cook.
said the 3-2-1s, haven't you?
Yeah, I did,
Yeah,
mate.
let's move on to the next game. The Seagulls and the Dragons. No, I'm joking.
Oh.
Parramatta at home went down 28 points to 18 against the Roosters. I'm actually glad to say Perry and the boys, a bunch of us went out to the pub, which is to say we didn't watch much of the game, even though we were watching the game. I'm actually glad I didn't. I would have hated to have been there, and I would have been more angry if I watched it on TV.
I thought they played
Nice and
well.
quiet. So I had a nice distraction.
I thought they played well. Tell
Well,
me
it's
about
just again, how many times this year match-winning lead can't close it off.
it. Yeah.
Well, the way I saw it is the Roosters led 16-0 midway through first half, and I thought Parramatta are gone.
Me too.
And they did an extremely good job to get to 18-16
They did.
in front. That
They
was
did.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Both
and then
teams had sin bins.
they both had sin bins. Both teams scored 2 tries each time there was sin bins.
And that
So-
was the key for both turning
But both,
points.
but both teams scored 12 points each from that. So they knocked each other out.
It's just
Which is good.
closing out games. How many times this year?
Yeah, it's true. But Roosters are a good side.
No, I
They're
know,
not
absolutely.
a bad side.
Yeah, no, I
So
know
to,
that.
to get 18-16 up against them, good. But yeah, it's unfortunate. And between the 36th minute and 45th is when the Roosters
Should
really,
Tuilagi have been sent off for that spear tackle?
Yes.
yeah, that was
Absolutely.
Yes.
I agree. Yeah.
bad. That was bad.
It was. That was inches away from being tragic.
Yes.
Hmm.
I can't believe he just got cited.
So what was funny was, I think he got a 4-game ban,
Did he? Okay,
right?
that's
And
about right.
they chose to fight it. But then he got an X-ray on his thumb or something. He's out for 6-7 weeks anyway with an injury. So
okay.
they withdrew the challenge. What's the point? Just serve it, you know.
The other question is, if Jared's name is not Jared Warrior Hardgraves, would he got 10 minutes in the bin?
I thought that was a bit harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The actual sin binning?
Yeah,
Hardy?
absolutely.
Yeah, he cops a bit of a rough
Bad
end of the
rap.
pineapple,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
yeah,
And
he does.
it took a while for them to send him off as well. I mean,
Yeah.
they looked at it, and I think the
Bunker.
name, yeah, I think
I
the
thought
name.
that was a bit harsh.
But anyway, this was a really, really high quality game,
I
and
liked it, yeah.
despite what Nico says, these young backs still keep on impressing me.
I'm speaking as a disgruntled fan.
Yeah, no, I understand because I'm the same thing. I still don't believe.
But the truth is, again, when you're in a crowded venue, you're watching it, but you can't hear it.
Yeah.
It's just
You don't concentrate
You can't
on it.
concentrate properly,
because I'm
especially when you're with Rooster supporters.
yeah. Well, I'm suggesting this Roosters team will be very close to the big dance. So they put for 20 minutes. It was nearly a masterclass.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, and Parramatta just kept on hanging in. Will Panasini, I know he's not a highlight player, but geez, a good player.
He's a good
Just
player.
a good, solid player. He's just going to get better. You know, I mean, I still have big hope for Blaze and for Azi. I really like him.
No, Ozzy-
You know what?
He's been the weak link the last two
I
games.
I know, but what I see with him with ball in hand, I love, and I understand his defensive
Last two
deficiencies.
games,
Yes.
he's been steamrolled. Has
Yeah,
he not?
I understand his defensive deficiencies, but that's taught. You know what I mean?
And look, he's not a centre
He's a
naturally, right?
winger, yeah. He's a winger.
But,
I still like him, and I wanted to say this because he's got a really bad rap
Well, he's a
on radio.
half. He's a half.
He's a half.
He's
Yeah.
a 5'8".
Yeah.
Okay, he's got a really bad rap on all the pods I've been listening to, all the magazine shows, and I don't want it because he's only a 19-year-old.
No, but it goes to
young
my
man.
point when we were talking about Origin, about defending in the centres. That's my point.
It's very hard.
It's easy with ball in hand to look good, but
Yeah.
it's when you don't have the ball, that's when we find out how good you are. Defending. He's been exposed 2 weeks in a row with Sivo out.
Yes.
He's been exposed 2
He
weeks
has
in
been
a row.
exposed. I'm
Sivo's not a
saying he
great
hasn't.
defender either,
No, he's not.
but they've definitely exposed that side of the field both games.
I've heard a rumor that Dylan Brown is looking to move to the Warriors. Is anyone
Well,
heard that?
he's got an option after next year that he can leave if he wants to. And for me, if you want to go, go.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to throw that up. There might be more.
I don't know if it's true or
It
not.
might be more true than
If it
not.
is, open the door.
Well, he's gone next year anyway.
I don't want anyone there who doesn't want to be there. I don't care who it is.
And look, there's not much more to say. I'm actually liking Victor Radley's games because, and the reason I say that is because 2 years ago we were talking about him going to England because he's not going
Yeah.
to fit into the NRL. He's completely changed his game. Completely changed his game. And you know what? What he does is very effective. And he might not be that hard man anymore, but he's still a hard man. So I actually enjoyed this game. It was a quality game.
3-2-1, Zoe?
Minority's favourite team, the Roosters. You'd think he'd give it all to the Roosters, but no, he wasn't. He actually looked very closely at this game. He gave Angus Crichton the 3 points. He thought he was outstanding in the back row. Probably been the best in the Roosters for all year. Yeah. He gave RCG 2 points. He reckons he made a difference. Like him and Junior Polo, the try they did together, so the one where they off each other. RCG looked really good. Probably one of his best games for a while. And Teddy got the 1 point. He ran over 200 metres. So they're the 3-2-1s for that game.
The two front rollers, and I like how Polo's starting now. He got that right at least. They've played well all year, especially RCG when he came back from his injury. He's played well all year. The engine room isn't the issue. I can't wait till the coach gets announced. Yeah. And fundamentally, we know, because of the coach he is and what he's done previously, unless it's Riles, how they're going to play. Because he could come and change everything up. I'm intrigued. This is a very, very, very big decision. Very big decision for the Parramatta board. And you know what? It broke my heart. I'm watching a bit of socials and Parramatta supporters taking the phone and walking out of the ground and being concerned and upset. And you know what I mean? And Troy was one of them.
Taking the phone.
Taking Instagram reels, and I can see their disappointment.
Oh, hard enough.
Yeah, but I mean, Adi and me know
Try following the
that.
Dragons and the Bulldogs the last 5 years.
Oh yeah, try doing
We've
that.
gone through so much pain, man. You've got nothing. At least it's a fun finals, but you'll bounce back.
I think so. I think next year will be a different year.
Who's your preference, Nick, out of in the coaches, Hannay or Riles? Who would you prefer?
If it's out of those two, I really don't know the difference. You know, I think either one. I mean, I've heard good raps on either one. I really don't know the difference.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I know what Hannay will bring to the table.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Riles, but I know what Hannay will bring because when he had Cronulla.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's see what happens. See what the board comes up with.
Sunday afternoon, Manly Seagulls 30 points to 14 over the Dragons. Artie, tell us what happened.
Oh, God. This was definitely a game of two halves.
Yeah.
One half that can control a game under the conditions and one half that's bloody absolutely clueless. I know you guys love Hunt and you see the highlight reels and you see, oh, look at this beautiful thing he did against the West Tigers. But when it comes to the crunch, when we're in these positions where we should win games, we're playing against teams that are a bit better quality than us and we're in a good position to win it. Yeah. Hunt never delivers. He's just always failed us. He kicked gave him 2 sets of 7 tackle sets. He was just awful. And he admitted it at the end too. He said he was bad. But credit to Manly, 13 men, second half. They had no bench. And to put a performance like that was a DCE masterclass. The guy is unbelievable.
Yeah, they're even worse this week.
The best player by a mile in the NRL is DCE. Yeah, he's the best player this year.
I agree.
Absolutely fantastic. And they lost their 2 front rowers early. First 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
both Sipley and Paseka went down. You know what? Every time I think I know who this Manly team is, they do this.
Yeah.
They do this and they show me fight, they show me character. What I actually expect from a professor coach team. Yeah. They all year they've showed glimpses of it, but the second half, and you can say it was a glimpse of it, the second half they were worldly like that, what they did and what DCE did. And it was a 10. Not the first half. The second half was another 10 from him. Another masterclass. St. George are very disappointing.
Absolutely.
The biggest
They win this game. They're on 20 points after the round 15, 16, which is brilliant for them.
The opportunity
and they blew it.
they had. The opportunity they had. The Manly bench was depleted.
Exactly.
They looked like they were down in their haunches. And then if they put up a fight early in the second half, they would have turned it. You know what I mean? But they lied down and they just took the bullets. You know what I mean? It's a damn shame. We said DC, outstanding. This young Hopewadi, how many kids has this guy got? How many kids has he got?
I know.
He keeps on every second year we've got a new Hopewadi.
But how many good young fullbacks are coming through? He's another one.
How many good fullbacks?
He's been outstanding.
We've had about half a dozen this year.
Exactly.
Did you hear Jason Saab signed for another 3 years?
Signed till 2029.
Very good.
And you know what's annoyed me in this, George? If you saw the first half, St George butchered about 4 tries
as well.
They should have been 30 up.
As
They
well.
were so good the first half.
They'll 10
died.
8 up, and I'm thinking, well, Manly's dodged bullets here. Manly's dodged bullets big time, and I thought, like they usually do, in the second half they're going to roll over.
Yeah.
They're going to roll over and die, but they didn't roll
was
over.
great
They didn't die.
Good win.
Yeah, look, Luciano was good again.
No, his defense was terrible,
His
man. He
defense
can't
was ball
attack
in
all
hand.
right, but
Ball in hand.
defense, more work there.
Well, I've got nothing then. They just played better and they won and they got points and give us a 3-2-1. Yeah.
One thing I wanted to bring up one thing though in this game that was so obvious, which we've seen a lot, but this game really showed a lot of deficiencies in the bunker. In the first half, Olakuatu scored a try, and it went upstairs to the bunker, and you can see Flanagan was clearly obstructed. Ben Trbojevic scored, and Olakuatu bumped him. Right, you can tell.
Yeah, I saw it.
Anyway, awarded the try.
Yep.
Bad decision.
Yeah, bad decision. Move on.
Second one, and that was only because Cole Flanagan stood up. If he fell down, he would have got it.
You would have got it.
Another incident, Cole Flanagan, literally on the ground, the guy tackles him, hits him on the head. It was nothing, right? Bunker looks at it. Because Cole Flanagan's on the ground, he gives the guy a penalty and puts him on report.
I saw that too.
So the bunker's making players realise that if I stay on the ground, I'm going to get the win.
Well,
It's introducing bad habits.
We know
and
that.
that's because of the bunker.
Of course.
They've got no idea. They're clueless. Honestly. That was a clear obstruction, and the only fact that he stood on his feet is that's the only reason why I didn't rule it.
Hate the bunker with a passion. Hate the bunker.
Same with Murray. Like if Murray fell over now
He should have.
with that late hit,
Should have.
the goal would have been sent off.
Should've.
But they just don't know. It just players are going to be diving all because of the bunker. And it clearly works.
It's a damn shame.
And it's just a bad habit. And,
Damn shame.
Annesley's got to really pick up on this. He even admitted it was an obstruction as well. And it was an
weatherman.
obvious one. So
NRL weatherman.
do something about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's terrible.
Let's go to the end of the round. Panthers 26.
3-2-1.
Oh, did we do?
No, sorry. 3-2-1. DCE got the 3. Olakuatu got the 2 points. And Jake Trbojevic got the 1.
Good stuff. DCE's on fire.
He's been on fire. Best player of the year.
Newcastle at home. They went down to the Panthers 26 points to 18.
Jerome Loy, what a game. He was awesome. He really stepped up since
He's had a really
Cleary's been
good
here.
year this year. Yeah.
He has. He's been really good. So, they skipped away to a 20-6 lead, Panthers, at halftime. But credit to the Knights. They got to 2018. And I thought, good effort by the Knights to get there. But then Penrith decided, let's put it into first gear again and score another try. And they're just playing in pajamas, eh? They're just cruising.
Yeah.
They are cruising.
It's so true.
They're taking the piss out of everyone, really.
It's so true.
How good are they?
Wait till they're at full strength.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's just, they know they're going to make the finals. Let's rest this guy. Let's do this guy. It's just too good.
Wait till they're at full strength.
How too good.
This is testament to the Penrith system. They're on a mission. They go out there. They know exactly what they're going to do. They play their way, and 9 times out of 10, the team they're playing, Nicola, gets sucked into. I call it. You know what this reminds me of, and you see me. You know what? Sometimes you see me talk about the Panthers, and you see all this joy in my voice, and you probably say, what's happening? Why is he so happy about this team? It reminds me of 1984 Bulldogs.
Yeah.
This is the version of today of a 1980 Bulldogs. Get Parramatta into the grind, and try get them into the grind and keep them into the grind. And Parramatta was trying to hit the edges. As lack of a better word, there was no edges back then. Okay, so that's why I enjoy watching the Panthers. I said that for about 5 minutes, Newcastle got out of the Malachi crunch or the grind, but Moses put him straight back after
Moses
that try.
Leota.
Moses Leota put him straight back into the grind with that try. Is what they do. I agree with Fardy. Jerome Luai is showing that he's a halfback, and if I was a West Tigers supporter, I'd be licking my lips. And the young Canterbury ex-Canterbury centre is showing himself as a Panther every week. And one player I'm disappointed with, one of your favourites, the centre on the other side.
Tango,
He's dropped his form. I wouldn't worry about it too much at the moment, but there's something going on there.
He's a class act.
But hey, they keep on winning. It's like Melbourne. Good teams just don't play well. They played well this time.
They play well enough.
And they just keep on winning, yeah.
With the 3-2-1.
3-2-1, Jerome Luai got the 3 points. Bradman Best got the 2.
How he didn't make the squad for the Origin is beyond me. But anyway.
Yeah, I know. I would have put Burton ahead of him.
Especially because he was the incumbent from last year.
I thought so. And I thought he played really well. But anyway.
But Burton would have been ahead of him anyway, you'd think.
I would have been happy with either one.
No,
Exactly.
either one.
And Brian Tortle got the 1.
I think Burton offers you more with his boot.
Exactly, yeah.
Kick in, yeah.
And the Bulldogs had to buy him.
That's it. And the leaderboard, after round 16, Daly Cherry Evans now is top of the ladder. He's on 17. Nico Hines, 15. Drinky, 14. And then we've got Manu on 13. And there's a bit of a logjam on 12 points, which includes the Hammer and Jerome Hughes, which you mentioned before.
Yeah.
He's coming up the ranks, mate. So
You know what? Drinky in a team that hasn't performed every week to be so high up, it's testament.
he's
to
rocks
him.
and diamonds. He'll have a 3-star game and a -3 star game the next week.
It's drinky
But,
for you.
It's drinky, yeah.
for
but
you.
when he's hot, he's hot.
When he's
really
hot,
good.
he's hot, yeah.
Let's run through Crystal Ball. It's a short round this week, and then Artie, you can give us an update on the tips as well.
Yep, sure.
So short round this week, split round. So Friday night, the Dolphins at home to the Melbourne Storm.
Just a couple of quick points. The Dolphins have scored 20 in the last 6 games, so that's pretty impressive. And Wayne Bennett's team has lost 11 games against the Storm straight.
Remember,
so
this round is minus Origin players.
it's minus
right?
Origin,
Yeah.
I know. But, Bennett's got a bad record against Bellamy.
I'm pretty comfortable tipping Melbourne.
You going Melbourne?
Yeah. George?
Dolphins.
Dolphins?
Okay, that's an interesting one. They've got a few out, eh? You know what? I've always been going against the Dolphins. This time I'm going to go Dolphins.
Yeah, Dolphins,
I'm
yeah.
going to go Dolphins.
And Saturday afternoon, the Gold Coast Titans at home to the New Zealand Warriors.
Look, there's too much class in the Warriors team, so I'll go Warriors.
I think, yeah, they're not missing anyone, are they? I think I'll have to go Warriors.
No.
Barnett. That's it.
Yeah, Barnett.
You know the Titans have won 4 of the past 5 against Warriors, so they've got a bit of a good record against them. But the Titans have only won 1 of 6 at Seabus, so their record's bad. Wow. I'm going to go Warriors after all that. Yeah.
The second game on Saturday, Roosters at home to the Bulldogs. With a pissed off Tedesco, I assume.
You know what? I'd really want Canterbury to win, and I'm sure they're going to perform. It'll be a close game, but Roosters are just that little bit extra class.
Yeah, I've got to go Roosters.
Yeah. Just that little bit class.
Yeah, look, Bulldogs beat them earlier in the year.
Yeah.
But they had that send-off to, what's his name, the Young. Dominic Young got sent off early. And Teddy got sent off, I think.
And Roosters just weren't on that.
Teddy got, I think, wiped out, so HIA.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Luke Keary, will he be playing? Because he's the 19th man.
Yep.
Oh, no, so he's out.
No, he'll come back. 19th man comes back, don't they?
No, it's...
18th man stays there.
Oh, 18th. Oh, that's right. Barnett's 18th.
Yeah,
okay.
Barnett.
Yeah, I'm going Roosters, man.
I'll go Roosters.
Bit too classy.
And then the 7:30 game is the Rabbitoh against the Seagulls.
Ooh. Interesting.
Where
Rabbitoh's missing...
Well,
Jake.
obviously Latrell.
Latrell.
Cam
Murray.
Someone else. Is someone else?
After saying all that, and I think Manly's probably got a lot of it out as well this week because there's a few injured.
Manly have got a huge injury toll. I'll go to the Rabbitohs, yeah.
Bunnies.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rabbitohs for me too, mate.
And
They need to win.
And Sunday we got Tiger versus Raider at Campbelltown.
Gee.
I'm going to go Raider.
Yeah, Raiders don't lose. Well, Ricky, can you imagine what Ricky done to him this week? So I'll go Raiders to Port Tigers.
And next Wednesday night in
Raiders,
Melbourne at the MCG, New South Wales versus Queensland. I'm tipping Queensland.
Yeah?
Yeah.
New South Wales 13 plus. 13 plus.
I'm going New South Wales.
You got to
That's
go.
it. I don't go with emotional passion, mate. I'm tipping Queensland.
Fair enough.
I'll never tip against the Blues.
That's probably a safe tip, mate. We're
And,
going.
and considering the Dragons and the Eels have the bye, the streak continues.
Streak continues.
Thank God.
Along with
Thank
the
God.
Knights, the Cowboys, the Broncos, the Sharks, and the Panthers.
Interesting, yeah.
And over to you for Ask
Good for the
Artie.
Cowboys. They finally get a bye. Took them 17 rounds.
Before we go to Ask Artie, can you give us an update on the tips?
The tips. So Nico and George got 3 each. I got 5. So
Oh, no.
sorry,
You're
guys.
killing us.
So I moved to the top on 61. Nico's on 60. George, 56, mate. You got a bit of work.
George, you're lagging, man.
I'm gone.
Bit of work
it's
to do,
over.
buddy.
It's over.
Is
It's
the
over.
origin worth 1 point or 2? Just checking.
Interesting.
I'm
Artie.
going with 6.
First one, mate. Our favourite florist from Neutral Bay, the Cornelius Flower Awards, guys. So let's go through this. What was your game of the round? The last round?
That's a good question.
I like the Sharks Dolphins. I don't
It
know.
was a
It
nail
just-
biter. Yeah, I was about to
it
say.
was
Yeah,
a good game.
yeah,
It was a weird game.
yeah. I'm happy with that. That was a nail biter.
I like the Parramatta one.
Yeah, the Parramatta was good too. Tossing up between those two, but yeah, let's go Sharks Dolphins 2-1.
I kind of like the Leichhardt Oval game because of the
Yeah.
love story around it. But it was a horrible game.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, sorry. Go on.
Best team of the round.
Best team of the round. Best team of the round.
I went Manly with a gutsy win. 13 players on the
I'd
bench.
say, I reckon Penrith.
Penrith?
Yeah.
Penrith.
Away to Newcastle.
Okay. George?
I think I might second that because that's what Penrith does. So, as you say, or as I say, they took another soul.
Yeah.
No,
The
wow.
Soul
The Soul
Takers.
They
Takers.
took another soul.
That's a good name for a wrestler.
Wow.
The Soul Taker.
There must have been
Tag
one.
team. The Soul Takers.
Takers. There must have been one wrestler, soul taker or
Not that I
something.
can think of.
Jeez.
No.
It's strange.
What about the worst team? I got Dragons. Can't beat 13 on the players on the field. No bench.
I don't know about
That was pretty
No.
bad. That was disappointing, man.
I'd probably say the Raiders.
Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Raiders.
Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders
Okay.
or Titans. But anyway, Raiders or Titans.
Which team improved? Who were the improvers?
Tigers. They
Tigers.
won.
56.
First game is 10th, 9 losses in a row, and they
Yep.
finally won. So they have to be the improvers.
From conceding 56 to only 10. So
Yeah.
it's a huge turnaround. And they moved from the bottom. They're second last now.
Who's last?
Titans.
Yeah, poor Titans.
Poor Titans.
Poor Desi.
Yeah. Player of the round. Who's your best player?
David Cherry Evans.
It's got to be. He schooled Ben Hunt.
Sorry for the yawning, guys.
That's okay. It's a
David
late night.
DCE. Yeah.
Late night. Daily Cherry Evans, mate. He
DC.
schooled Hunt. He
Yeah.
showed
DC.
Ben Hunt how to be a proper hook half.
Yeah, DC.
Yeah.
Ben
Hunt-
Hunt's a better hooker than he is.
He is a hooker.
He's a hooker now.
Imagine if them two were at Manly. Imagine if Hunt was hooker.
Yeah.
They'd win the comp. And best rookie. I got Max Plath. I freaking love this player.
For the
At the
Broncos?
Dolphins.
Dolphins?
He's a phenomenal
Keep
player.
thinking of his dad. Yeah.
He's so good.
Um,
It's his first year, so he's still a rookie to me.
There was, look, he wasn't outstanding, but there was a rookie who debuted for the Tigers.
Oh, okay.
I think he's bigger than Payne Haas. Did you see this kid?
Yeah. He's still an SG ball player. He's,
He didn't do
humongous.
anything, but I'm going to call him out just to call him
100,
out.
130 kilos.
Yeah.
He's a big unit.
Wow.
I'm going to go. And I'm not sure if he's a rookie, Artie. The fullback for the Knights, who carved
Oh,
up Fletcher Baker.
Fletcher something.
Fletcher?
Fletcher Sharp.
Sharp.
Yeah, he's good.
He carved up Fletcher Sharp. Scored in the 3rd minute. He was dangerous every time he touched the ball. And can I put a special mention? I think he's played more than one game, but Hopewadi.
It's his first year, so he's still a
First
rookie.
year.
Yeah, it's a rookie.
He's
rookie.
he looks very good. I would. You got to have him in the team. I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
what you do with Travojevic, but you got to have him in the team.
Oh, the data shows it.
The data's got.
Got to go to the data.
Got to go back to the data.
Remember something, guys. For someone who deals with data every day, I can tell you firsthand, stats are like bikinis.
Yeah,
They show you a lot, but you can't see everything.
can't see everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get on to the power rankings just quickly. So the top 4 at the moment is Storm, Panthers, Sharks, and the Dolphins. So Panthers, Sharks swapped. So Sharks dropped to 3rd, Panthers went up to 2nd. Storm and Dolphins stood up. Are you happy with that top 4?
Oh, yeah.
Would you change it? Bring anyone in? No, I'm happy with that.
I think it's
4.
about right.
I like
Yeah.
it the way it is, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
About right.
I'd have Panthers ahead of the Storm. That's the only thing I'd make change. The rest I'd leave.
The Storm, they're not there by accident, you know.
Yeah.
Either or, Nick Hardy.
And then the bottom part of the 8, we've got the Roosters, Bulldogs, Raiders, and Seagulls have joined now. Broncos out of it, so they've taken a spot for the Broncos. Would you have those 4 still in there?
Yeah.
Roosters, Bulldogs, Raiders, and Seagulls?
I think it's
so.
about right.
Yeah.
I think Raiders are definitely the surprise packet, but yeah, I'd have it.
Yeah.
16.
You know what? These teams have had a bye, and Cowboys haven't. So I'd probably maybe put Cowboys in there, one of their places. Maybe take Eagles out and put the Cows in there
because of the
bye.
The
Yeah.
buys, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, interesting. It's very interesting. So Bulldogs and Raiders have had 2 buys, and Cowboys none.
Wow.
So Cowboys would be on 20 points, which would be equal 4th with the Dolphins if they had the 2 buys. So, they're doing well, the Cowboys, without the buys. Fantastic. I've got a couple of notes here just to go through. Sachin asked me if he should lend Benji the GPS navigator for the weekend. As the Tigers are playing in Campbelltown.
Yeah.
He doesn't want him to get lost. Apparently, they lose everything when they go there. So I think he misunderstood what that stat was. But
I hope he
anyway,
doesn't lose this week.
Chuck from the US loves how the 2 Origin coaches are getting on.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they're giving each other gardening tips. Madge said he wants to show him his greenhouse or something. I don't think Chuck listens properly to the interviews. I don't know. I don't know what Chuck listens.
And Billy couldn't remember anything.
Yeah, he couldn't remember. So yeah, they're just sharing their greenhouse. Apparently, Sachin offered to do the around the grounds this week.
Oh, fantastic. What
So he's booked tickets to Melbourne, first class flights. He's going to stay at the casino.
Of course he has.
Yeah, he's leaving tomorrow. I told him
Tomorrow?
there's an NRL round. He forgot about that. He just forgot there was an NRL round. So he's gone straight to Melbourne.
Straight
so
to
yeah, he's
Melbourne.
trying to rip us off, man. That guy.
Of course he is.
Anything.
I
that
don't
guy.
know why we keep on employing him.
Yeah, I don't know. Mate. Yeah, and apparently Josephine stumbled onto some evidence about Jordan Rapana. His
Jordan
real
Rapana?
age. Yeah.
He's your age.
Yeah, well, apparently he's 35. That's what we all thought.
35?
Yeah, but he's not. He's 45.
He's 45.
Plays like a 25-year-old.
Playing damn good.
He plays like a 20-year-old.
Regardless of how old he is, he's playing damn well.
He's playing very well. Apparently Channel 9's Danny Weidel is sniffing around Nichols' place.
Nichols.
Yeah.
Yours.
He wants a scoop, man. If they announce Dimitri or Barrett as head coach, he just wants to get his reaction because that would be gold. I think that would be gold if that happens.
That would probably land me in handcuffs. If he wants a scoop, tell him he can come along when I interview the tree.
He's hanging. You reckon that will be the story of the century? We've got a question from the fans.
Like jokes aside, if Jason Demetriou got appointed as the coach, I'd have to seriously consider everything because I'm serious. I'd need to take at least a 3-year sabbatical. I'm serious. I'm not joking.
Oh,
how can you go into something that sucks before it even starts?
I don't know.
No,
Jeez.
no.
You're
No.
bored, man. You're bored.
But I mean, let's look at the rationale. We've got one guy who's a rugby union coach. Yeah, bring him up. We'll have a chat. We've got another guy whose team was sitting first after round 10, and then they went to the last a year later. Let's bring him in.
Bring him in.
I mean,
Have a
we've
talk
got
to him
another
as
guy
well.
who's been sacked from the last 2 jobs he's had. Yep, we'll have him there.
So there's only
Come
one. Royals. He's
And
been
Hannah.
sacked nowhere.
And Hannah.
And Hannah.
Yeah.
Hannah.
So,
Yeah.
but no, tell Widely he can come along when I interview the tree.
I can't wait to see that interview.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Question from the fans. We got Latrell from Redfern. He just wants to know if he's going to get a trophy or extra cash for winning player of the game for Origin 2.
You'll get both.
Very confident.
Just
very
do
confident.
it and we'll
Very
win. And you'll get both, Latrell.
That's it.
Just do it.
He should. And Joe Spina just reporting that St George missed out on Peter O'Sullivan as a recruitment manager.
That's
They
a
did.
Missed out. Where'd he go?
They missed out. He's gone to Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yeah. They also missed out on Vicky at the canteen. She's going to Milpera. They can't sign anyone, I'm telling you.
Where the Milpera
And you know
Wait a
what?
second,
I'm very worried now because apparently we signed Damien Cook.
Yeah.
I bet you it's Darren Cook from William
Darren-
Seagulls. I don't have no faith. I have no faith. Dragons are
Hey, listen,
Nut job.
none of that is worse than Josh Hodgson.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Addy,
Gee.
We're as bad as each other, man.
tell them when you thought you signed up Wolf. Remember when you said?
Oh, yeah, we thought we got Christian Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone got excited. And then we look it up. Nah, it's a guy from Wynnum Seagulls or something from the Q Cup. As our assistant coach. Oh, man, we just can't. They're hopeless.
That was my favourite thing. He goes, "We got Wolf." Christian Wolf. He goes, "No, because I'm going from the Seagulls."
That was sad, man. They're just terrible. I don't know who they are and are, but not good. Not good.
Gold.
Now, I was going to do the mid-season report card, but have we got time, boys, or is it getting too late? It's up to you guys whether
Can you
we
do it next week?
We'll
Why
do
don't we
it
do
next
it next week?
Yeah, let's do it
it's
next week,
getting a bit
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Georgie, let's get on to the tidbits.
The tidbits, a bit of a mishmash this week. So let's go to some of my favourite segments. The top songs of 1979.
79.
79.
Oh, wow.
79. These are songs all
I was
you
made for
guys
loving
know.
you. Don't say it's not on there.
It was not in the top 10.
It's bullshit.
Not in the top 10.
I was made for loving you.
On the
It was a
top
number
10.
one hit.
I'm hearing you, Nicola, but it's not in the top 10.
Jeez.
what
What
can I
top 10 are
say?
you looking at?
I'll show you.
Triple J?
Was,
it would be on the. It
I
would
was
be on the
made for
JJ.
loving you.
What can I say? It
All
was
right.
the top
Go
10.
on. Go on.
Was-
No, you
was
don't have to
Blondie
look it
around
up.
then?
Yes.
Blondie was around?
Yes.
Glass, Heart of Glass?
Heart of Glass. Yes.
You
One.
beauty.
Beautiful song.
One.
Great song.
One. There was a band called The Knack.
My
Yeah, My
Sharona.
Sharona.
My Sharona. Yes.
There was a disco classic, Le
was a-
Freak.
La Freak.
Is that it?
Yeah. You've been going too many.
Yeah, that's a
discos.
70s special, mate, that one. That was related.
This
Well, what
Yeah,
about
yes.
Cheap Trick?
Cheap Trick. Not on the list.
Of course not.
Not on the. Sorry, Nicola. Not on the list.
What about the song that all the girls sing on a bad breakup? The I Will Survive or something?
I will
Gloria Gaynor?
survive. Yes.
Is that in there?
Yes.
Yeah, that's got to be a classic. Everyone sings that song.
Absolutely.
That's a favourite.
Absolutely.
Yeah, tell
And
me I
there's-
was made for loving you was not on the list.
It wasn't on the list. I'll pull it up. I'll
That's
just go.
the
I'll just go.
best
I'll go
Kiss
to
song
one
ever. I
side.
love
Yeah,
that
I know.
song.
I'll go to one side. I'll go. Everyone go to one
It's
side,
not Kiss. Yeah.
and I'll just go top 10.
Yeah,
That's it.
okay.
It's not. I don't go searching further down.
I got nothing.
Okay. There's one more.
You shouldn't have to. It was a number one hit. Anyway.
There's one more. It's a girl that you know because she's on the same label as Kiss back in the 70s.
Diana Ross.
Try again. D and the name is surname Summers.
Diana
Okay.
Summers.
Oh, Donna Summer.
Donna Summer.
Donna Summer.
Okay, and she had a song which she claimed that someone was bad.
Wait a second. I'm getting confused.
Does she sing Hot Stuff? Hot Stuff.
She does sing
No,
hot
not
stuff.
that.
Bad
You're
Girls.
talking about the one where she has the orgasm in the song.
Oh, that's Love to Love You.
Love to Love
That's a
You.
great
What
song.
a song.
That's
Oh,
great
that is a
song.
great song.
I
What
love
an
to love
awesome
you,
song.
baby. Oh, that's a great
Yeah.
song. MacArthur
Yeah.
Park. I like that one. I like Donna Summers. Bad Girls.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Bad Girls. Okay, this is via Total Guitars, Nicola. I did this one for you. Via Total Guitars, the top 5 guitarists. Okay, now it's subjective. It's a magazine. Total.
Are we talking any era?
These are predominantly 70s and 80s.
I'll say from that era.
Yeah, it is from that era. Okay. Again, this is a subjective.
Let me guess them. Let me guess.
Yeah, let's go.
In no
You'll get it. You'll
but,
get it.
But in no particular order.
Yeah, you'll get
because
it.
Jimmy Page,
Absolutely. Jimmy Page is on the list.
Jimi Hendrix,
Absolutely. Jimi Hendrix is on the list.
Eddie Van Halen.
Absolutely. Eddie Van Halen is on the list. Good God. Come on, you're going for a sweep here.
Yeah, I know, but there's a lot. I'm just trying to think. I mean, you got Ted Nugent. You got well, you wouldn't have him on that list. Let me think. Hang on. Let me think.
You know all these. I've heard you talk about all these people.
I know. I just it's so broad. So we've got two more, right? Because I'm thinking predominantly 70s here.
Bit of 80s as well. Bit of 80s. The
Don't
70s.
say Slash.
Slash is on the list. Yes, we're going for a sweep here.
I love Slash,
Yeah.
but he can't play the same thing twice.
Maybe. This is via Total Guitars. Magazine Total Guitar.
Well,
There's
I'm going to put Ace Frehley in there.
Ace Frehley, not on the list.
Of course he's not. Fuck,
Not
where did
on
this guy
the
get
list.
his list
What
from?
about the Queen dude, the one with the curly hair?
Brian May?
Mine, mate, yes, on the list.
Yeah.
On the list. Now, the other two I really like.
Pete Townsend?
Pete Townsend was on the list. He came 11th.
What about the guy with the best name? Frank Zappa.
On the list.
Frank Zappa.
yeah.
Zappa.
But he wasn't really known as a guitarist as much as he was as a songwriter,
Really?
musician. Yeah.
On the list. Now, this is for Nick. I've heard you talk about this guy many a times. I think I've heard your brother talk about this guy many a times.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm gonna. No, I won't give you his first
Give
name.
me a hint. Yeah.
I don't know much about him.
Give me a hint.
There's songs written about him. I'll give you his first name.
Okay.
Jeff.
Beck.
Jeff
Yeah,
Beck
Jeff
on the
Beck,
list.
yeah, of course.
Tell me about Jeff Beck, because I know nothing about him.
Big influence on Mick Mars, on Slash, on a lot of the guitarists that you saw in the 80s.
Yeah.
Jeff Beck, English, underrated. You know, have you heard of the Yardbirds?
Yes.
So
Was in the Yardbirds.
Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page,
Oh, that band.
yeah,
Did he have a band after in the 70s, after when they split up? Because
and Eric Clapton.
Yeah, that was in the 60s.
All three of them were in the same band. The Yardbirds became Led Zeppelin.
So,
So Led Zeppelin, the other guys dropped out. Jimmy Page stayed on, and they started touring as the New Yardbirds, and then they changed their name to Led Zeppelin.
and Jeff Beck, after, what did he do?
Well, he predominantly stayed on as a solo
A
artist.
solo artist, okay.
but he's not really well known in general circles.
No, he's not.
But very influential, very.
As in terms
And
of
he's not one of
guitarist.
those names that's. You got players like Slash. It's more style over substance.
More style
Slash
over
is known for his look,
Yeah.
the top hat,
Style.
cigarette, the hair, you know. And he's a great guitar player, but he can't play the same thing twice. And anyone who's going to, and I love Slash, but people get shitty when I say that. Go and look on YouTube. You can't play the same thing twice. I've always been a fan of guitarists who play the solos just like you hear them on the album.
Yeah, gotcha.
But yeah, Beck, yeah, I mean, he was a monster in terms of the amount of people he influenced.
Okay, good. I didn't know much about him. Super League, Nicola, which just came out of the, as we know, the Challenge
I
Cup.
watched it, George.
Challenge Cup, you watched it?
It was on the Saturday night.
It
I
was
stayed
Saturday
up and
night
watched
late.
it.
Yeah. I didn't. We watched it
I wasn't
together.
very excited.
Yeah,
No,
it
I
was. It was a dull affair.
I was
It
hoping
wasn't-
Sam's team would win though.
Me too. I was
Yeah.
hoping Sam's team would win, and it wasn't one of Wiggum's let's say famous victories, but famous victory in terms of silverware it is, and unofficially they're probably the best team in the world because they've got every trophy you can have.
Mate,
Yeah.
Can't
You
do
got-
much more than that.
You got every trophy. They got every trophy you
When I
can
was
have.
a kid, Wigan was the shit.
Yeah, they're still the shit. And tell me, like now, they're still the shit. Last week's round, Nicola, Hull FC 18 leads 10. The pod's favourite team, the team with the worst jersey in the world,
Lee Leopards.
Lee Leopards 10. Catalans 2. They're on a 4-game
Wow.
losing streak. They've lost their way a little bit, Nicola, but they've got recruits coming next year. We said that I thought Luke Keary was going, but obviously he's not going.
That's what his manager
Yeah,
said.
probably not. But they're getting the centre from Tigers, the one who used to play for Penrith,
Naden.
Nathan.
Yeah.
He's going
Oh,
over.
God.
Sullivan apparently might be going over. I don't know if it's them.
I don't think he's keen.
Yeah,
I think he
does-
shot it down.
He
wants
doesn't want to go, but
wants to fight.
Yeah, they want to go. They want to get him. St Helens 52, London a terrible season 6. Nicola, Salford 25. Unfortunately, Sam's team's had a bit of a come down 14. They lost against Salford. Wigan 10, Castleford 8. Hard fought game. I think it was a bit of a hangover from the Challenge Cup because Wigan should be putting Castleford away pretty easily. But you know what do good teams do? Win.
Yeah.
Artie last week asked me about the table. Listen to this, Artie.
Yep.
Saints first on 22. Wigan second on 22. Hull KR from nowhere third, 18.
Third.
Big Sam's team, Warrington, 18. Salford stuck into the top 6 with 18. And Catalans has slipped to 16.
Wow.
And I picked them for my favourite. So that's Super League.
Wow.
There's a lot of movement now, and There's a lot of movement with NRL players next year going over, like I said, it's the most physical comp in the world. It still is, but they look a little bit tired now. The physicality is starting to go. So we're gonna have some fun now. The year in review is 1955.
Ooh,
1955.
way before our time.
Well, we all know what the biggest thing that happened in 1955 was.
What was that?
Marty McFly went back.
Marty McFly went back.
Yeah.
Marty McFly went back. Where's my young son? Knows all about that. 48th season, 10-team competition, Nicola. Halfway through that season, Nicola, Souths was equal 9th. So they weren't having a good game. They weren't having a good season. From that point, they won their last 8 games to squeeze into the top 4. Manly was sorry. They played the last game against Manly Souths, and they needed to win that game to get into the top 4. Clive Churchill broke his arm early in the game, toughed it out, and kicked the sideline conversion on the buzzer to win to ensure them in the top 8. The top four was Newtown came first, St George came second, Manly came third, and Souths squeezed in and came fourth. Nicola, Souths fairy tale, as we said, continued and made the grand final from fourth. It's the first time from fourth team made the grand final. In the grand final, this is interesting. Newtown versus Souths. Souths were without Churchill, broken arm, and Greg Hanwick, apparently a good front rower. Newtown were minor premiers that year, and the year before, from 1954, they were in the grand final, and they had the 11 players come back. It was a very, very, very physical game, Nicola. Newtown looked like they had won. Souths were trailing 11-7 with minutes to go, but controversy struck. Controversy struck. Yep. Captain coach for Souths, Jack Reynolds, headbutted Brian Clay in a play the ball.
What's controversial about that in 1955?
Well, wait a minute. What the controversy is? Headbutted Clay. Clay was going to play the ball. Headbutted him. Dropped the ball. Then Jack Reynolds towed the ball through. Then South's flyer came through Spencer and touched the ball down for a try. Newtown complained regarding the incident, but the referee went to the linesman. No one saw anything.
No bunker then.
No one saw anything, and kicked the goal from the sideline, and Souths won 12-11. It happened right on the buzzer, apparently.
Jeez.
And we worry about a grand final being lost controversially now.
I know.
So that.
So when I was reading it, and I talk about it because I write notes down, but how they described it, I mean, it was a to and fro game, very, very, very physical. But Newtown were the better team.
All year.
Not only all year, all for this game. Okay. But South just hung in. Last minute, the game was over. 11-7, minutes to go. Okay, so the captain coach there had to take things in his hand. So he took things in his hand. Headbutted the poor guy before he played the ball. Remember, you could challenge for the ball when it was on the ground.
Yeah.
So the referee thought that just the ball got kicked through. Okay, but he dropped it when he got headbutt. He knocked him out. Okay, and he dropped the ball and he towed it through, and the winger came through and scored a try. Game over.
Wow.
Game over. Nicola, and for the last bit of my tidbits is I always talk about my musical journey.
Yeah.
And last week it was you,
was
or the
me,
week before it was you. This week it's Artie again. Artie again. When we were at school, we were in Year 10, and our school, Chester Hill High School, had this sister school, Forbes High. and that's a true story. Our sister scored 4th try, and every year at the end of season they would play a game. Our first grade team, the Year 12s, would play against their first grade team, and we'll rotate it. One year we'll go there, the other year they'll come here. But unfortunately, this year the timing sort of got wrong, and it was the HSC trials. So a lot of the first graders couldn't go. A lot of the Year 12s couldn't go. Adi and myself being in Year 12, I was actually in the team. But Adi and myself, we got picked to go to Forbes. Adi is a 5'8", me is the lock. And not only that, a lot of the soccer boys who were in the Year 10 team went too. Ismail Nimi, remember, Chris Fratius. Yeah. We all went. Anyway, went down there, mate. We saw the school. It was in the middle of a cow paddock. There, they'll for the game. They'll collecting poo off the field there. Yeah, you know what I mean. They had the same issue. They were going through the HSC. So some of their players were were not available. Ted Glossop, our principal, always would watch this game. And can I just say that not only was it a hard-fought game, but on that day, Adi put a masterclass on.
Oh, really?
I just lived in his pocket.
Yeah, Forbes, yep.
I just lived in his pocket, Nicola. I just lived in his pocket.
Carried you that
He carried. Well, I was just like, you know what it reminded me of? Thinking back, remember a Manly duo, Cliff Lyons and Steve Menzies? Exactly. On that day, it was exactly. I was just hanging around Adi.
Which one was which?
Yeah, he's the 5'8", natural 5'8". He gave me 3 assists, and he just had a masterclass. And us Year 10s beat the first grade team. Anyway, we went back to the hotel, and Adi had bought. Those Apple iPods? They were sort of like long, sort of like a
iPods, yeah.
iPods, yeah, right. Yeah. Anyway, he goes, give me have a look at the iPod. I'm freaking out. I brought my Walkman. You know what I mean? I put the the phones in my ear to hear how that sounds, and at that moment. When you remember the moment because of a song, I remember the song that was on the iPod.
Yeah.
What was it?
Okay. Well, there was 2, but wait a minute, I've got it right here.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I've got to see this.
I've
got to see this.
He was in his sort of popish mood back then. He was off the funk and in his pop world. So I want to give him this. Go West. He was listening to Go West, Nicola, and I wasn't aware of this band. Yes. I wasn't aware of what band is. One of his favourite bands. Yep. And while I was talking to him, I was listening, and of course the song finished, and this song started, and again, Adi was the type of guy to pick up songs really early. Yeah. Really early, before that would even come out, he'd go. I remember him going. In the city, Disco City, and buying imports.
Yeah.
Okay,
the best.
And this was the other song that was one of his favourite bands, actually. One of his favourite bands,
Bros. When will I be famous?
So,
was there 3 of them? I always thought
there was
2.
That's a GT special.
This is
a GT special.
GT special. So if that's the case, we'll play that one. How's that one, Adi?
Yeah.
Which one would you prefer?
Oh, they're both great.
Play Bros.
Play Bros.
You got to play Bros.
We're playing Bros.
Are they still? Did one of them pass away?
I think so. One of them passed
away.
One of
them passed. Yeah.
One of them passed away.
That was a cracking song. Yeah.
Which one? I'll be
Bros.
famous or the Bros? Go West was 2.
Yeah, both of them are. Yeah. Can you play both?
Okay.
You might as well. Why not?
Okay. I thought the youngster to put both in. Then that was my musical journey,
good, and
I love it. And then I backtracked, and number one, I went and bought an iPod.
Yeah, in 1970, whatever it was.
80 something. It was actually 80
Talk
something.
about being ahead of your time.
80 something.
Yeah.
And I digged and found Bros. It was their first record, actually, so I didn't have to dig too much. But Go West had a few records, and I digged in and I learnt all about Go West. So that was my musical journey that Adi put me on to that day, and don't forget about the masterclass he provided for all of us.
Cliff Lyons, Menzies.
Masterclass he provided for the Forbes High School.
We'll have to call him
that
Quick
day.
Hands Artie.
The quick hands Artie, all right. Let me tell you, he
Hey.
killed them. And the day after, when we got home, because that was a Wednesday, he went and played for this church team. Again. So,
Fit, very fit that
very
time.
fit,
yeah.
man, very fit. So that's me, Nicola.
That's it. Well, that's us. That's episode 77, boys. A bit of a late one tonight.
Yeah.
Apologies for some of the yawns.
It is
been a long day.
It's been a long day, yeah.
It is getting late.
But that's a wrap for episode 77. Boys, have a great night. Are we going to do next Thursday?
What are we doing, Artie? You tell me.
Yeah, well,
Origins
I think-
Wednesday.
Origins on Wednesday.
gonna
so
do
it's
the
best to
night
do
after,
it
yeah?
after.
Let's do it.
Let's do that.
Unless
Let's
you
do
want to do earlier, before Origin. But
Up to you.
I think
guys.
it's better to do it
Let's
after.
do Thursday. Everybody's in agreement. Let's do Thursday.
Okay, let's do that.
Thursday it is.
And we'll see you all next Thursday night. Until then, have
Go
a
the
great
Blues.
week and go the Blues.
Go the Blues and happy rugby league, everybody.
Good
Enjoy.
night. Good night.
Good night.